Cheers.
Cheers on
Sorry,
Lions
folks.
Thursday.
Let me take my sunglasses off. That was me having to wear those because the Lions' future's so bright. All right.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, we got a Lions football Thursday night. We're going to talk
Yes.
that a little bit in between, but we have Woodbine going on tonight, fellas, and
Yes.
Churchill's going on. I see chat about Indy going on, and we have
We got
Stable Duel
everything.
going on. A lot going on, boys. Welcome aboard. We have Sean, SPN Nation 74, Riders Up, Tim. What's up, gentlemen?
Hello, buddy. How are you? Almost a weekend. Big night for you on the Lions Nation.
Yeah, man, I'm a little tense about this game, bro. We're both 2-1, the Lions in Green Bay, and we'll get into that later. But yeah, a little kind of a early in the season type of stress, dude. You know, not that you guys, the Patriots fans, would know anything about that right now because you guys are done for the year already.
Now we're done. We beat the Jets.
Jessica, yeah, just jump on in. We'll let Jessica in. She's gonna come in and cap this tonight.
Amen. Awesome to have Jess. Yeah.
We got a lot planned, and I want to introduce a new betting scheme aside from our normal bankroll. If you're new to the show, we do the $50 bankroll, and we try to make something out of it for the kids at home. This week, I want to introduce a new program.
Okay.
And I'm betting this for real on the side, so
yeah,
we can all vote in the chat. We can do our thing, but I'm going to start with $20 on this first race, and we're going to bet a show bet. Race 4, Woodbine.
Okay.
That horse shows, even if it's the favorite and it only pays back $27, say. I'm carrying that 27. I'm going all in on the next race, race 5, with another show bet. And we're going to let that ride all the way till the end of the card tonight. And we're either going to bust that to 0 or we're going to hopefully turn that into something nice. All we got to do is do show bets, baby. A little show rollover, all in type situation every race, in addition to our normal game. So, gentlemen, we have
parlay. I like it.
Yeah, baby. You know it. I've seen a couple others do this in the past. I've done it myself. You start with $20. Some guys start with 50, and you just let that thing ride. And by the end of the day, sometimes you got a lot riding on it. Show bet. I guess we have 6 races tonight, starting with race 4. Or is it 5?
We do. They added an extra race, so we've got 9 races total. Where I got race 4 coming up. But what they did was they had those 2 races last week when they had the technical difficulties, and they've thrown those into other cards this week. So we get an extra race.
Remind me of that. That was a nightmare. That cost me a couple $100 on Stable guys.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
I had a huge lead with 2 or 3 horses left in the last 2 races. I mean, it was bad. I'm not one to complain. I don't know how else Stable Duel was supposed to handle it, so it's nobody's fault, but just bad luck, I guess.
Yeah, just bad luck. Yeah. And those 2 races are part of tonight's card.
Yes, so we have 9, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 9 races, yeah.
Race 4 coming up. Let me pull it up here in the background. Unless, Sean, do you have it up in the background or no?
I don't. No.
Feed? Okay, I'll pull it up. No problem. We're going to share that. Woodbine's good enough to allow us to share it. Let's start. You guys go ahead and start talking about race 4. And let's and keep in the back of your mind, I'm doing a $20 show bet all in on somebody.
Yeah.
So give me a horse. It doesn't necessarily have to be a huge risk. I just want to survive all 6 races because at the end of the night we'll have something halfway substantial.
I'm very high in the 7 Groom Lake in race 4.
Okay.
For Patrick Dixon.
Well, I'm sorry, but I have the 7 on top.
Okay, so there you go.
You both like the 7.
That's both of us. That Tim, we're the same
like
horse.
7 on top.
We're the same horse.
So
2 minutes to post, by the way, right?
Yes, we got to do this one quick. But this horse is getting back on the synthetic. I think he likes the synthetic better. I like the connections here. A little bit of a drop in class as well. Getting off the turf, even though those races weren't horrible. This is not a crazy field here. So I like the 7 a lot on top.
Yep, same with me. Yep. I think my buddy Patrick Dixon.
Turn the screen 1 minute to post. Yeah, there's the live odds there.
Yeah. I think Patrick can win this double.
Say that again, Sean.
I think that my friend Patrick Dixon here can win the double. And this race and the next
7 live odds is Live odds on the 7 is 3-1. We had through the Trust the Profits tools, we had the 7 ranked third, I believe. Which is perfectly fine with me to bet that as my $20 place bet, or a show bet rather. What are you guys thinking as far as a on a bankroll, since we start with $50? What
do you guys think? Like, I was thinking just the winning place in the 7 and short notice, huh? What do you think? What do you think, Tim?
Yeah, we got short notice. What do you think, Tim?
I was just going to say really quickly. I mean, I can see why the 2 is the favorite. I like the 2 in here. I just had him underneath. It's just the more that I kept looking at it, I really like the 7, and I think he's got a legit shot to win. So let's go win place. You got your show parlay. Let's do win place 7, and
there you go.
And then we'll put something together for the next one.
$5 win place on the 7. That's it, baby. We're going early. We're going early with a $10 bet here, and we have a $50 bankroll, just like always.
Yep.
We're not doing that double time crap. It was too much last week, babe.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, the 7 is who I took in stable duel as well.
All right. They're loading them in here. Sean, you want to take the first call, race 4?
Sure. Yep.
For the kids scoring at home at Stable Duel, put your Stable Duel names in there too.
Absolutely.
I know there's a bunch of you in here, so.
Absolutely.
All the best players are in the lounge.
Yeah.
The 9's ready to go.
We have some legends for sure.
Some legends in the chat.
Groom Lake getting some love right now, by the way.
And they're off.
And I hate to say it, ladies and gentlemen, my show bet was too late. That's what happens when you work for a living, folks.
Oh, no.
So my first show bet is not happening. So hopefully.
I don't like him getting carried out so wide in that first turn.
Yeah, I know, huh?
Yeah, we tried to make a move, but he's making a rush right now.
Whoa. Yeah, that was an aggressive move by the 7. We have $5 to win in place on the 7. If you just tuned in.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
$50 bankroll.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a choice there, Tim. He was pinned out about 4 wide. Right. He had to go.
The pace is very slow, which is to his liking.
Yeah, I think he was looking for room on the turn. They made him go wide, and he's like, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
He's backing it up.
Yep.
Billy Needle has not been a big horse down the stretch lately. He's from our friend Catherine. 49, not particularly quick fractions.
Look at the 9 making a huge rush at 42-1.
I know, huh?
42-1, quiet rebel out here. Let's see if he can sustain. He looks like he's dropping anchor already, though.
Yes, he will.
Here comes that 2, the 3 going hard on the outside. And it might be good that I didn't have the 7 to show here, boys. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, he's got it.
Yeah,
he's got it. He's got it.
Doesn't.
Well, let's see. Can he re-rally?
Coming around top of stretch.
He's trying to re-rally.
He's got it. Come on. Get him.
There's the biggest hole I've ever seen open up. This is incredible.
Re-rally.
And dude, I'd be sweating this show bet right now if it's going to be the 4.
Yes, I think he got 4th.
He got 3rd?
Yep,
3rd
good.
and 4th. Yeah.
We got lucky. Gives us a little time to make the announcement on how that show bet's actually going to work, actually.
Yep.
We were pretty rushed to get on that first race.
We were, yep.
We owe a lot to the chat. There's been a lot of chat going on that we haven't addressed. So who was that? Who got there? It's a 4 on top, right?
Is it who?
Who won that? The 4 horse, right?
The 4, yeah, the 4 horse, 6-1.
6-1 if you had him at home.
Let's see here.
So it looked
we
like
had that 4 horse
6
second choice,
and then maybe 8-7-2.
Yeah, 4-3-8-7-2.
4-3-8-7-2. Yep. Yeah.
Gross if you had the 2 in your stable duels.
I know. Yeah, I know.
Expensive cost.
Yeah, Billy just has not been this year. They expected high things from him. He just hasn't been quite the horse that they expected.
Yes, that's why I did not like him on top.
Yeah.
But that's
so I'm going to add that $20 rolling show bet to the bankroll at the bottom here.
Yeah.
Just because we didn't get it in, thank God, because
We
we
didn't
would
get
have
in.
been
Yep.
busted
Yep.
first
We're
race.
saved. Yep. We still have. Yep. I think. Yep.
Second win of the night for KK. And he's got a third
He's a
to go with
monster up
that.
there, dude.
He is.
Nice.
Yeah, came 4.387.
One of the
A lot of
hardest
prices up
working
top
kids
for-
you'll ever see.
So you can see that
only
7 had a
a-
little bit of run in the stretch. I just think that first turn did him in.
I do too. Yep.
Yeah,
I
it was-
agree.
It was definitely not a tactical advantage for him there. It was everything kind of went wrong that could have went wrong first half of that race. Did anybody hit that? Once again, I apologize. We did not do a great job of catching up on chat there. We had a lot to talk about,
Yep.
namely
Yep.
my Lions, and we'll get to that. But I see some harassment in the chat already.
Alex, where are you going to Aqueduct next week? There you go.
Oh, come on. Next week, there's only one place to be next week.
True that.
Kidding me.
Opening
I'm
weekend.
all excited.
At Keeneland.
Maybe who's going to Aqueduct?
I
you
think
say,
Alex
Sean?
is going to Aqueduct next week.
Alex is going up, going to hang out with the legend Matthew DeSantis.
Yes, the legend Matthew.
I'm sure he will be there up there supporting
Yes.
the Naira cause. No
Yes.
Chalks in the house. Todd's in the house. Right at the wire. Uncle Sully, Charles, Collins in the house. Jessica will join
everybody.
us later.
The champ
Thanks
is here.
everybody for being here. Inopva's in the house.
We have an inquiry. Who's the inquiry on?
Sold all tickets, folks. I already tore mine up and burned them. Even though I didn't get my bet in, it was the most lucky thing ever. Coming in straight out of traffic. Signed on with no time to spare, so I didn't get my bet in.
Huh.
But yeah, race 4 inquiry still not official. Cheers, everybody. What's everybody drinking tonight? We got a big. I took tomorrow off, guys. That's how
Oh,
stressed out I am
awesome.
about this Lions game.
Love it.
All right.
Love it. Yeah.
And if you're not familiar with the Lions in the NFL tragedy that has been the franchise, and to be a fan of this train wreck, and to have them finally somewhat relevant, guys, this is their second primetime game of the year, and it's only week 4.
I know, huh?
Yeah, this doesn't happen to us.
No,
So,
I love it. Yeah. Who's the inquiry on? I'm trying to see.
yeah, I'm looking at it. I think it's
So I
the
was
3
trying
and
to
the
see.
8 were bouncing around a little bit.
Let's see here.
Welcome in, Jessica, another legend. We have
Hello, Jessica.
Hey, how are
we
y'all
have no
doing?
excuse.
Good, how
We have
you
no
doing?
excuse but to win now that Jessica's here.
Jessica.
Let's
Our,
hope.
our lucky charm has arrived.
We can hope so, at least.
That
Well, I
first
already
race that we
Hey,
just covered,
Jody.
Jessica. I don't know if you were watching it, but the 7 horse was our pick there to at least win her place, and he got jammed up in traffic. Got a bad trip.
Yeah, some crazy stuff going on there. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking a look at the inquiry video here now.
I think the 3 and the 8 are in question. I'm not sure who protested who, but
Yeah.
Yeah, it
See
looks
if
like
I
the
can-
top 3 all flashing.
Yeah. Let me see here.
Maybe the 7 is
I don't know what the 4
throwing up
did.
a
8 was drifting. 8 was kind of running all over the place, it looked like.
I guess the 4 kind of came in a little bit at the
Yeah.
very end there.
Oh,
Kind
yeah.
of pinched with the 8.
Yeah.
Or pinched the 8 along with the 3, but
Interesting.
that
Yeah.
didn't seem like as much as just the fact that the 8 was everywhere. That's not a pretty stretch run.
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to make a quick announcement too that Colin, thank God he's working a baseball game tonight. The harassment will be
Minimal.
at a low level tonight. He actually has to work instead of harassing me in the cocktail lounge, which is what he loves to do. And tonight's not a good night to harass me with the Lions up in a big
Right.
game, 2-1 against Green Bay at Green Bay. It's going to be a stressful evening, folks.
Yep. Yep. And
Jessica, you don't care about football at all, right?
Keith is in
Oh,
the
no,
house.
I mean, I not like a whole lot, but I did start playing fantasy this year. Because I
Who's your team?
enjoy football. I just don't really follow it.
Do you have
like,
a team or favorite player or anything yet?
I mean, I like the Ravens just from a hometown perspective, that's my little sister's a big Ravens fan, so kind of by default.
Not bad. They're one of the better, more consistent franchises out there. They're good every year. Lamar's my
unfortunately,
fantasy
I've got at least one Green Bay player tonight. With any luck, I will have 2 different ones, but I am waiting on that injury list to pop up.
What do you need to know? Because I probably know it.
I need to know if Christian Watson and Aaron Jones are going to be playing or not.
I think
Aaron
they're
Jones
both
will be playing.
Oh yeah, we've heard that.
He
I
will
think
be
they're both
playing.
playing.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool, because they're just a lot better than my alternatives. I've got
Yep.
last weekend my first, second, and fourth draft picks were all injured. So
Oh, geez.
I'm learning the game, and
There you go.
that's now I understand why my sisters complained before about injuries and such. I took Cooper Kupp as my first round pick, so I'm just kind of sitting on that and hoping he'll make up
Yikes.
for it later.
You were definitely a rookie
Oh.
because he was questionable right from the get go. I don't know what's going on. They're not even saying.
Yeah, I just looked
As a
at
big Matthew
stats on
Stafford
the
fan,
thing and
He needs
prayed.
them. What's
Yep.
up, Keith? Yeah, Laporta is a really good tight end for me. Yes, he is.
Yeah.
I think he's already.
Had a great time this weekend with Keith at the Parks Derby. Got to meet Keith.
Oh yeah, you guys had a nice group of friends there. That nice little
Yeah.
meetup. I saw pictures. I was
Some great
jealous, didn't
races
get to go.
despite the weather. Yeah.
Yeah, the weather looked horrible. That was one
Yeah, it
thing.
was not. It was
I was
not
looking at that
ideal.
going.
Not ideal, but they still did a remarkable job under everything. You know.
Can I just say that I had one of my best handicapping days ever on Saturday, and I actually crushed
Yes,
that
you
card.
did, sir.
And I'm not just
I
talking
noticed it
stable
in
duel.
Stable Duel.
I crushed that card. I had 9 winners, 2 second place horses, and in both of those, I had the winner second and got my exactas. And I just
That's
absolutely
amazing.
crushed that.
That's awesome.
And Tim, with 10 minutes to go, I had my $50 team in and my $10 team in, and I canceled my $50 team and just went with the 10.
Thank you.
You idiot.
Thank
You
you.
can't cancel. You can't cancel bets. When are you going to learn this?
I know.
Once you
I
hit
know.
that submit button, unless there's a scratch that changes everything, you
I know.
cannot cancel. It's a curse. Any gambler, even if you accidentally punch in a horse into like a trifecta or something.
Well, I didn't cancel the
Oh,
$10
especially
team,
if it's
so
an
it wasn't
accident.
a wreck.
Yeah,
Wasn't
if it's
a
an
wreck.
accident, man. You got to leave it.
Yeah,
My
still
mom
came in
hit an
second.
exacta at Saratoga for like $100-something when we were up there because she accidentally played the 9
Right.
instead of the 10.
That's
Like-
awesome. See?
That's
I had
also
an
why you always look at
absolutely-
your tickets.
I had an absolutely hammered idiot buddy. This is like 20 years ago. We're in our late teens, early 20s.
Yeah.
And we were playing a harness track in Michigan, Hazel Park. Shout out Sean.
Oh, yeah.
And my
Hazel.
buddy had this ridiculous, it was like a super box or something. And this just absolute dumpster fire of a horse that was like 40-1 or something got on top of the super. And he's looking at his ticket and he's like, I might have had that. He couldn't even read it because he's so drunk.
Oh, my
And he
God.
got like $2,000 for like a $12 bet or something. It was
Dang.
nuts. He had to do the taxes right on the spot thing, that whole routine.
Right, yeah. Go to the IRS window.
Wow.
Uncle Sully, thank you for acknowledging. We appreciate this. Yes, no trustee makes for a good night in the lounge. And you know what? Is he at Churchill? Are they running? I don't pay
They're
attention to
running.
that track.
I'm pretty sure normally they do Twilight Thursdays.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I know they're running.
Tonight. Yeah.
Right. They're running tonight. I didn't
Elizabeth-
even handicap
Elizabeth
it.
is
This
in the
week I was
house.
concentrating on Woodbine.
Marla.
Marla's in the house. What's up, Marla? Elizabeth. Yeah, Elizabeth, thank you for all the comments. We appreciate the
Thank you,
positive
Elizabeth.
feedback.
Yeah, greatly.
5th race. She's telling us basically, Sean, I think she's telling me to shut up and let's talk about the 5th race. I think that's her polite way of doing that.
That's her cue.
Keith, no thank you. We do not need trustee involved here. Shoddy, I
No.
think, usually gets him involved, and we haven't seen
Yeah.
her yet. So
Yep.
it's official, by the way. 4837. Did they move anybody?
I don't
No,
think so.
no, they kept it the same.
All right.
Oh, no, they disqualified the 3, placed the 3
Yes.
behind the 8.
Oh, they did. Oh, okay.
Right.
So it's- okay.
Oh, wow. They did. Okay.
They took
So
the 3
three-
down one.
They put 3 to second.
Yep.
8 got moved up to second.
What a close race. I had overspent on that 2-horse in Stable Duel, which is going to kill me. Let's see. Ombre is mirthful tonight. I believe that's a positive compliment. I don't know.
That is a positive.
Mirth is good.
Yep, that's
Thank you,
positive.
Credit to Wire.
Yeah.
We will see how it goes later as the Lions start, and we're going to play this bankroll game. Jessica, I have a new game we're playing tonight, and I'm actually doing it with real money. Starting in the next race. I tried to start at last race. Thank God I was too late, but I'm starting with 20 bucks, a show bet in this next race on whoever we think is the safest play, and we'll throw it in the chat. You guys give me the safest play for race 5 as far as a show bet, and then I'm going to keep betting that if that 20 bucks turns into 25, 30, I'm rolling it over all in the next race after that. Same
Love
thing.
a good show parlay.
Show parlay if you're familiar at home.
Love it.
So do we
This is a tough
want the safest show bet, or do we want one that we honestly think is going to be in the money and maybe pay a little bit? There we
I think
go.
starting out, you kind of might as well just go for try and up your bankroll and then
build it. Yep.
Exactly.
My thing is though, with there's 5 races. I don't want to gamble and get killed first leg. It's kind of like a survivor pool in the NFL if you've ever had those. I don't want to gamble too much, but if you see a safe place somewhere with a middle of the pack looking horse, like last race, that 7 actually looked good because he was 3-1 or whatever. It wasn't the pure chalk. I don't think we want pure chalk because it's going to pay 210, right?
Exactly. And that's what I was talking about, because if you look at this race, for example, I mean, the 3 looks really good and KK's on board and it's a come on horse. So, I mean, it's hard to go against it. I can see the 3 being the favorite, but I really like this 5 horse.
Yeah,
I think the 5 is 3-1. I actually put the 5 on top for me. And, this is a filly taking on the boys. And I like that angle sometimes. And I think if you look at everybody else in the race, even if the 3 wins, I think the 5 is a sure second place horse. And I think that this 5 is going to beat the 3 in this race myself.
Yeah. As Moira showed last year, the difference in Canadian horses between the ladies and the boys is not nearly as much as down here.
Right.
Speaking of Moira,
Really?
the outside horse is her full brother.
Yes.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Right.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Inside horse is a half to Big Brown.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do you think that is different
battering.
there?
I like the 5 on top too.
Yeah.
But
Why do you think it's different there as far as your statement you just made? Is different in Canada for that?
The Ontario breds, they're just their times and everything are just they're closer. The Kentucky breds, I mean, it's getting now that it's becoming less and less as more American horses are dropped as Canadian breds. You know what I'm saying? So that's becoming less of this thing. But up there, you can get, if you get a filly that's good, she can definitely run against the boys up there anytime.
Right. And you got this 3 horse, and this 3 horse hasn't ran since November. Now you got Christophe Coman, as I mentioned, and he's 5 out of 9 in the money, and he gets his horses ready, and this horse has got some good works. But I mean, if I've got to look at that angle, it's a play against for me. And like I say, I'm probably gonna box the 2 of those in exacta, but I really do like the 5 a lot.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Yeah, I had the 5 and 3. I had the 5 and 3 on top, pretty much equal. Yeah. So,
and I was there. I was there on King's Plate Day when that horse ran the 5's last race, and those are 2 monster horses he lost to. And so that Pat just got him in fantastic form, and it's Patrick.
Jessica, as a last minute note to your newness to fantasy football, I have David Montgomery, Lions running back.
Yeah,
he's not necessarily a premier running back, but he's my running back number 2. He's still questionable. He's playing tonight in an hour. So I think I'm just going to leave him on the bench, but I kind of need him because if he plays, he's going to get a touchdown. He's definitely the goal line guy, but enough about that. Todd Beersmaker. Let's see, Beermaker. Welcome aboard, Beermaker. You love to see a new name, Beermaker Blue. Tell us about it. Oh, he's playing Churchill.
Yeah.
if we can get a phone call in with last week was amazing when Tim called Dennis Trusty
Right.
live at Churchill. That was the first
Yes.
time a live caller. But welcome aboard, Beer Maker. Todd is agreeing with Beer Maker. I don't
Yeah,
know.
those
Maybe
look
this
like the
race
three
is already off
contenders
at
in that
Churchill. I'm not
race.
paying attention. It's too much stress for me to have all that going on. Race 5. Jessica, why don't you start us off? Give us your top 3 for race 5 with 10 minutes to post.
Yeah.
If you have
I like
a
the
top
5
3.
on top. I think that the who else did I like in here? I mean, the 3 makes sense, but they're kind of pulling out all the stops, so it does kind of feel like the kind of horse who could flop. That they're just trying to get something completely different. They're blinkers on, gelded, first time Lasix, shipping up from New York, first time turf. So there's really they're hoping for something different here, but also Clement does good doing all of those things. So you can trust in the trainer for that one, but it's still a whole lot of horse doing a new thing for 9-5 favorite.
Yep.
And then as for a third one, I don't know. I think I like the idea of the 6 stretching out, but just hasn't really shown a whole lot. So I'll pass on that one. Probably the outside horse, the 7. Runaway Charlie. We know that the mile and 3/8 isn't going to be a problem for a horse who's a half to a Queen's Plate winner or a full. And has that last race was a little lackluster, but going 2 back, I feel like that race puts him in the mix. But overall, I really feel pretty strongly about the 5 in here.
So 5 over the 3. And who else did you have under? Sorry.
The 7.
All right, Tim.
So I've already
What's your
talked.
thoughts
I've
here?
already
Top
talked
3
about
if
the
you can
5
do it?
and 3. So and I agree with everything that's been said, but I've got a horse underneath that I like. My 3rd pick was the 2.
Yeah.
The Cassie Barn is just on fire everywhere he's running. He's got a horse here who basically, if you look, he's only had a couple of races since last year. So 1 race and then a little bit of a layoff, and then he ran in August. So now he's coming back. He's got a bullet work 101 5 furlong, first 1 and 9, and on the 14th of September. So that's one of the things I look at, and I really like that work in between. So I think that this horse definitely has a chance to be underneath. So I'm 5, 3, and 2.
All right, Sean.
I'm the total opposite. I'm 5, 2, 3, but I'm right. I'm right with them in the fact that Team Valor, Gary Barber own this 2. Obviously, I've already said I think the 5 is the most talented one in the group, but this 2, no one's hotter than Saheen. Saheen's riding great for Mark.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, he's just really come into his own this year. I think this longer distance will only help the 2, not hurt him. So I was 5, 2, 3, but like these 2 fine individuals said, I'm right with them, and then the 7 was my 4th pick. So
yeah, as a team, those 2 are 27%.
Yep. So
I like the 5's 3-1 and was 7-2 till just now.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
maybe we're moving the needle up here, but yeah, I definitely had the 5 on top too, but I have the 3 a close second, and I have the 2. I have 5, 3, 2 as well. So that seems pretty clear cut. Just a matter of how we want to bet it. Do we want to key box it? Try exacta. Who wants to take this one, baby? I mean, we are down. We lost $10 in the first race. We have a $40 bankroll left. First of all, that show parlay, I'm going number 5 for sure.
Yeah.
$20 on number 5 to show. So that's a done deal.
Yeah.
Let me get that in so I don't miss it.
Yeah.
But
there you go.
Anybody have a strong feeling? Is the 5 a key on top? Do we have
I would do
try to
that.
make that happen?
I think so. That's the way I'm playing.
Like 5 with a 2, 3, 7, something like that, or
Yeah, that
Like
makes
a
sense. 5 with the 2, 3, 7 exacta.
Yeah, like a
Or
key.
try. I mean, probably
Yeah.
exacta, right? If we want to stay somewhat sane.
Yeah. That's what I would do.
I questioned the distance with the 4, Todd. That 1.25 mile race on the turf was not great. And that's my question with the 4. But that last race was definitely one that looks competitive.
Yeah, Uncle Sully, they're basically trying everything new with Impossible. Anything that Christoph could try with his horse, they're trying today.
New
So
circuit,
let's
new
do that.
surface.
Let's do a.
Blinkers on.
We're looking at a
First
5
time Lasix,
exacta
gelding,
5 with the
we got
237,
everything.
right?
Huh?
Yeah, kind
5
of
with the
chalky, but that kind
237
of
was
is
what
how
we
it looks
decided.
to me.
Yeah.
I think that was the decision. I'm on board with that.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing at home? I saw some comments in there. Dan with the 5 with the 27.
Hey, Dan.
You know, the 3 could flop, but then again, like we were talking about, the 3 could definitely be right there. Obviously,
Oh, yeah.
somebody saw something in the
Yeah,
horse.
yeah.
Besides being a command horse and only having a couple of runs last year, they bought the horse for $575,000.
Sure.
Yeah, the Dam was a nice horse there.
Yes.
All right,
This is
we're going to post
definitely-
the
I
official
think
bet.
this
We
is
got
one of
5
the-
minutes to post.
Very solid field they put together here, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
As always, the Woodbine. They usually have one of the better, I guess, overall cards in the industry during the week like this. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially at night.
They really do. It's remarkable. Like if you look on very much on a Thursday, Friday, the odds are like 3, 4, 4, 6, 5. You know, like they're all very nice, tough but competitive betting races. You know,
Yeah, exactly.
you're not going to get a lot of 3 to 5, 2 to 5 shots.
Sophia is due, says Todd. So he will be rooting home the
Sevilla
4.
Villa is, yeah,
4, yeah,
yeah.
5-1 odds. Mike Witten is in the house.
Hey,
Tony
Mike.
Osmond's in the house.
Mike.
Charles B's going on the 6 horse. Win Play
Bill
Show.
Burns.
That was the one I was like, I love the stretch out for this horse, but just hasn't shown enough for me to really feel any kind of confidence in her. I think that the what is it, 1 3/8 that we're going? Yeah, I think that'll help. But I don't know if that's going to be enough for heliocentric there.
The thing I also love in these long distance races, so many times Patrick Husbands is right. I mean, for the last 30 years, has been always right there at the end in long races. He's one of the very best long riders up there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you're talking long distance, can we just say next? That was an incredible
Oh my
race.
God,
Nice.
huh?
Yeah.
I that is the first
Wow.
time in Stable Duel I've gotten over 80 points on a horse that won. And I mean,
Yeah, how
if
did
you
that
didn't,
happen? I noticed that.
because next
Is
just
there, is
crushed
that
them. It
a
was over.
bonus on the new
Yeah.
system?
Well, the first place horse still gets the links. They don't take the links away from the other horses anymore.
Right,
but
right.
the
I
first-
saw that,
the
but he
first-
didn't win by 20.
Yes,
won
he
by
did.
20, 25 lengths. She won.
Yes.
By, yeah,
Did he
won
really?
by
Well, I
20.
watched the race, but I was trying to judge it. It looked like
And
I know
then-
it was a huge gap.
And then I
obviously,
almost
but-
had to go outside. And put Paco in the witness protection industry after he puts his horse riding with Biden in the slop, in the absolute slop on the rail, and then pulls him up right before the race.
Right.
And the 80-1 pass him. I thought I was going to have to go out and put him in the witness protection
Oh
program.
yeah, people.
There were a lot of
angry
pissed
people.
off people that had that exacta.
I'm sure the connections weren't pleased about it either. That's
Well,
kind of a big difference.
There were actually comments about the connections yelling at Paco as he got off the horse.
Robert Reed was not a happy camper. No,
I wouldn't
he
be a
was
happy camper
Not a
if,
happy camper at all. And to put it, and to just even if you get him 2 strides out of the puddles,
Yep.
he still holds on for
It was
seconds.
easy.
You know,
Or
but
second
you kept
easy.
him in the puddles.
Or you just ride them through the wire.
Yeah, right.
That
yeah,
too,
exactly.
yeah.
That's really the.
Exactly. Even with the puddle, he should have ridden him through the wire and he would have gotten second.
Right,
Mhm.
exactly.
We have a minute to post, folks. Race 5. We have our bet is in 5 over the 237. 5 is currently now the favorite, but it's pretty balanced here. Let me pull it up.
It is. I like 5 to 2. That's still decent money.
Yep.
And they were
You see a
showing
race
the
like this
5.
where you
She
got
looks good.
basically 5 of the 7 horses taking money. It's going to be a pretty good payout either way. Let's see. Brett, what's up, man? Brett's in the house. Chris D'Souza's in the house.
Brett.
Verdine, a former legend. It's been a while since we saw Verdine in the chat.
Look at this. We got Marlon.
I think it was the first or
tonight.
second week we ever had the lounge. Verdine
Mikey
came in
Whitman.
with some ridiculous. Remember that? Sean, what did he hit for like $500 on like a $10 bet or something?
Yep.
Mike, that's what it's all about. We're going to make money for the children. This is we're raising money, feed the kids.
Yeah, that was the bet hombre, the all when he first all and then third, and somehow it came in, and then we're like,
Hey, hombre, real quick.
Yeah.
Inop was asking in the
It was a
chat
wild
before
one. I
they get
remember
off,
that
and I don't know if they're trying to bet, but they're asking, what was your official show bet?
the 5.
Right.
It's the 5. $20 on the 5 to show. Sorry about that. And the 5 is now down to 2 to 1. So I don't know. The show pool is going to be pretty equal to those top few horses. So as long as the 5 gets up, let's do it. Sorry, Inop, I didn't see that comment. But here's the official bet too. It's a
Got about a third
$12
of the
total
show
bet.
pool on the 5.
5 over 237.
So here's the thing. You got the 5 has the most money in the show pool. The 2 and the 3 obviously are right behind. But if one of them finishes out of the money, then, show pool is live.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting how show pools work. If you're not a degenerate who understands the parimutuel betting, it gets weird at times, the shows.
Right. And actually, after the 5
off,
right
folks.
now, it's really close.
All right, and it's the 2 with Sahin Savachi to the lead, the 7 right on the outside, the 6 on the stretch up, right in third, the 1 sitting on the rail, and that is the
Let me look at my
3
pace
on the
notes on this
outside.
5, who's about 100 lengths
the
behind.
3, yep.
That's
Going out there
that's
early.
exactly where we thought that she'd be.
Yeah.
Yeah, 5's a dead close.
She's a closer.
5 is
closer.
closer. The 23, and for a first quarter around this distance up there, that's fast.
Yeah. And the 5's already starting to move and looks good.
Yeah. Patrick looks like he has a very nice hold on him so far.
And she looks like she's got run.
Let's see what the quarter is here. The 2 and the 7 kind of going together.
Still 48. Still
48.
kinda
So
fast.
they slowed it down a little bit, but that was still a fast quarter.
Yeah, we'll
That
take
first
it.
quarter at a mile and 3/8 can be such a difference at the end,
Right. We got lots of racing left.
Yeah. The 2
5's
right
going
at
to
the top.
move up slowly on the back stretch. Come on.
A little wide, but tons of horse.
Yes.
Yeah. No excuse for Patrick here.
No, it looks like he's still got her in hand. He's holding her back.
Ooh. Funny step there.
113 and
Crack and open another beer so I can watch the Lions later.
yes,
Let's
absolutely.
do it, baby. All right. 5 looks fully loaded.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect trip.
It-
Just
it-
leaves the room.
He let her go. Look at her legs. Look at her stride. Her stride is so much different right now. He just let go of the reins.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are about to get serious here at the top of the stretch.
Here she
5
comes,
on
and
the
she
rail.
got
Come on,
the
Patrick,
rail.
right up that
See
rail.
if he can break
She
through.
got the
Man, this
rail.
6 is running a race.
Right up that rail, Patrick. Come on now.
Come on, Patrick.
There we
Right
go.
up that rail. Come on. Here we go.
Here
right
comes
out.
the 4 that they were
Uh-oh, here
talking
comes
about,
the 4
though.
with the
Oh,
5.
man.
I was wrong about the
gonna be
distance on the
4.
4 there.
4,
4.25.
425.
425.
Still got the show.
Yeah.
I know some people.
Sophia.
I know some people in the chat had that one.
Todd
Yeah,
did.
yeah. Quite a few
Win
people.
plays Chris D'Souza. I see he's on it. Yeah.
Todd did.
Or,
Yeah. Yeah.
Win plays
Todd and Tony
4-3.
both
Exacta
liked.
box didn't hit, but you got the.
Yeah.
What did it come? Who was second?
2.
Who was second then?
425. Yeah. 425.
We did not have the 4 as a group bet there, but
No.
let's see.
No.
Yeah. I was totally wrong. I thought that horse didn't want the distance.
Yeah, I mean,
I was with
3
you,
did
Jessica.
flop.
Yeah, I didn't.
So that might help the show price a bit.
None of us had the 4. None of us had the 4 on top. That's for sure.
that's the funny thing. Even though they slowed down towards the race, right? That first quarter, the 23 may have done in the 2. You know what I mean? That may have been the difference between first and second. Was that first quarter at a mile and 3/8?
Mm-hmm.
But Sahin's
Show
still
parlay
great, right?
survived. That's the only good news.
Yep. It survived. Yep.
But you know, that matches my notes for the race. I said fairly wide open race, 5 of 7 can win.
Yep. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. And see, that's what I love
looking like
about
he's
Woodbine.
money.
Like, look at that. 4 to 1, 2 to 1, 5 to 1, 2 to 1, 5
you
to
love
1.
that.
It's hard to single, you know?
5
Oh,
of 7 horses took money. I see Verdine going bang. What do you do here? $5. Let's see.
Yeah, Verdine.
15th place and show on the 4.
Whoa, nice job, Verdine.
Nice
Coming
call
right
there.
in.
Yeah.
Verdine,
Picking
I don't
right
know why
back
you
up
don't
here
live in
in
the
the
lounge. This
Yeah.
guy comes in, wins every race.
Barrels. He brings a wheelbarrow with him.
We're gonna put up the rolling show parlay
Yeah,
for the next race. We're gonna let the people vote in the chat.
I like it. Okay.
And
that
Todd
started
pointing
in a
out the
few
weight
minutes here.
allowance could have made a difference with that extra distance as well.
Yeah,
True. Good point.
absolutely.
Still waiting for the official results. Woodbine.
Did it freeze, maybe?
I don't know. Did it? Maybe. It's a good point. It's been known
Yes,
to
it
do that
did.
in the past.
Yeah.
It had
You
Or,
know-
no, it says hold all tickets.
Oh,
again.
okay.
Come on, baby. Too much stress tonight. I do
Are
know
they going to
the
point out how the 4 came out at over on the 5 very early on in the race?
Yeah. That'd be
I don't know,
great.
that's like the only thing I saw the whole race that but it was like maybe a quarter of a mile in.
Yeah, right. Let me see. Yeah.
yeah, I'm having
I-
some lag
I-
issues.
Was before
I
I've
that
been
it
doing
came up.
stable duels, so I wouldn't complain.
You had who, Sean?
5 and 2 in the stable duel.
I had 3, which I don't. I'm not going to win stable duel. I'll be honest. It's
Yeah,
just,
I'm
my
coming in
spends have not
second
gone
and
well.
third and fourth like crazy. I can't get a win. And
my big spends are even getting like 4th.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, I can't imagine
No, I don't see any
this horse
change.
coming down, but that's just the only thing I can
No.
think, only possible thing they could be looking at that I saw.
As we all try to figure out what's happening.
Sometimes I accuse, and the stewards up there are accused of looking at too much, but I say look rather than not look. You know what I'm saying? If you see
It's
something,
official.
It's
yeah.
official, yeah.
right? But I'm saying,
But yeah,
Right.
might as well let people know you're taking a look at things rather than
yeah, that's what I'm
Not.
saying. Yeah, I'd rather
Yeah, every
have
time.
that, and
So
yeah, definitely.
2:30, hombre.
I will update that huge show pool. Show parlay
Yeah.
running tonight.
Yeah, we still did it though. Yeah,
230 is going to return 23, right? So
yeah. Hey, yeah, still in the game.
2390 is the total back on that. Is what my TVG
I've
account
just
says.
gotten the dinner bell, so I will be back shortly. I don't have anything clever in this next race, and I'm never good at Woodbine, but I liked the 7. And I will return after dinner, fellas.
Fantastic.
Okay,
Look forward to it.
good. Because I'm going to check
Enjoy your
out
dinner.
I'm going to check out a little early too for the Lions. I have to get pumped up.
Yeah,
and
yeah. Tim and I got this. We got this. We're
I'm
in
not going to do it
control.
yet. I'm in here for the next
Right.
couple. It's just going to be the
Right.
last couple races. I think I'll check out early. If you're
No
playing,
worries.
folks, Churchill, we got some work. Blair Thompson, welcome
Hey,
aboard.
Blair.
146 at Churchill. I don't know what
How
how much time
long
we have
till
left there.
Churchill?
Here,
7 minutes to race 5 at Churchill.
7 minutes.
Elizabeth is telling us go to the 6th
All
race.
right. Elizabeth, how you doing tonight? You making any money? Are you? She's she's in here.
Yep.
Elizabeth, race 6. I'll go ahead and start it off.
Yep.
My first thoughts on race 6.
Yep.
And I want to see the odds because this is another one that you could get a price here.
Yep.
I'm starting to lean a little bit towards the 1, to be honest with you.
And
I think the 1's going to be a decent price.
Now is a breeze. Yep. Yep. That was McPherson's best bet of the day.
The 1?
Doug. Yep. Mm-hmm.
And the 1 is going to be morning line anyway, was 6-1. Not sure you're going to get it, but I like the 1-8. I have 1-8-4-2 on top in that order. And I think hang on, I got to mute this freaking background noise is too much. Yeah, my top 4 actually are all prices. I don't like the favorite here, the 7.
Yeah.
Complete fade job for me. But I do understand the 7 is I couldn't really see it with the 7. I don't know. I thought I had a statement about why the 7 to justify the 7 being the morning line favorite, but it was hard for me to come up with that. So let's talk Woodbine race 6.
Yep.
Just to recap, I'm at 1-8-4-2 in that order, but I'm not really committed to go hard on any type of bet until I hear from you guys what you guys think, because I think it's pretty open.
Tim, what do you think, my friend?
So as I handicapped it, I mean, you look and I think a lot of people are going to lean towards the 7. I looked pretty hard at the 7. The 7, if you look at that last race, the claiming race, it was the first time that horse had dropped down into a claiming race, and they had all kinds of claims in for the horse and had to have, I think it was like a 7-way shake or something to get that horse. But here's the thing that bothers me about it is when you're claiming horses off of a trainer like Come On, it's like, can you duplicate the same effort? And can you get the same thing out of the horse that one of the better trainers in the country is doing? And, you know, you've got Sophia getting up, so you get that weight break. So the horse has a chance, but it's a play against for me because of those. The horse that I really like on top is the 8. I looked at the 8. I watched those last couple of races. If you look closely, one thing I really like to look at is a horse. This horse has been the beaten favorite in the last 2 races. But I watched that last race back a couple of different times because the horse was bothered a little bit in that last race, and I don't think that KK at the end of the race was pushing that horse at all. If you look, the horse is just dead even, and he wasn't being pushed along. I love the 8 here. I put the 8 on top. The horse I had underneath, I like the 3. I like the 3 for second. The 3, I think, has a legitimate shot in here. Again, a little trouble early on last time and was forced to take back, was widest of everybody going into the stretch. And if you look at that horse's stretch run, he was bumped like 2 or 3 different times and still was coming. Okay. Yeah. If that horse runs a straight race in that race, he beats those horses by 5 lengths. He ran that many extra lengths that day, or should I say she. And then underneath after that, I came up with the 1 on top. And like I say, that's where I put the 7. The 7 obviously has a chance, but I'm going to say third. But I like 1 and 7 for third. But I am 8 and 3 solid on top.
Verdine, thank you. Beers on Verdine with a super chat there for $20.
Thank you, Verdine. Absolutely.
And by the way, guys, I meant to mention, I said this on Twitter earlier. If you want to see a train wreck, the Lions, I was thinking about doing a live stream, and Tim brought up doing some prop bets maybe. If you want to see a grown man kick and scream and cry, unless it's going great, and then you're going to see a real asshole gloat about how great his team is. But it could go either way, and you never know. But I'm considering doing a live stream. I don't think anybody wants to watch that though, because it's going to be intense for me, and it could get ugly. But if
I think the top bet, Ombre, the top prop is, as I was starting to look at it a little bit, I think it was like even money on at least, regardless win or lose, on at least partial nudity.
Wow. Okay. I like it. Who are we having on there?
Brett is asking any love for the 2.
Let's see here. Race 6 we're talking about at Woodbine.
You know, what I put on the 2 was that the horse just continues to drop and continues to lose, and KK jumps off, and I think KK sees that he's got better options elsewhere, and despite the class drops, the horse is just making no progress forward, and the speed figures are actually going backwards in class drops.
Yeah, I have the 2 4th. I mean, the horse could get involved. I don't think I'd put the 2 on top, but definitely something you must consider for underneath trifectas, exactas, whatever. And this is coming from us now. By the way, let me update this banner because we did lose there again. We are at $28 now for the
we gotta come back strong
for the bankroll, and our show parlay is up to 23. We're gonna go all in the next race here. So I'll update the bankrolls real quick, and then we will start talking about how we're going to bet this race. But yeah, I mean, it looks pretty. This is, again, like we've said 100 times about Woodbine, good balanced racing, even on a Thursday night. You know, this isn't the Keeneland Saturday. This is a weeknight.
Yep.
In Toronto, and they have great cars. I mean, there's balance. You're getting good odds. Payouts are good.
I wrote on my program for this race is that I think any of these horses in this race, if they run the race, could actually win. You mean if this could be an all race if you were. It was like I even used in stable duel before my Sonny Valentine for Martin Drexler, and interesting that Saheen, who has always been Marty's number 1 rider for the past year and a half, jumps on instead of Walcott. You know, as at 14-1, horses run 2 times on the poly track at 6 furlongs. I know versus Lesser, but he came in 1st and 2nd, so clearly he shows at least a liking for the track. You know, and this time of year you try to find horses that like the track. You know what I'm saying? So even he's not without a shot, you know, so this is a wide open affair.
Yeah, it was close. I mean, the one stands out a little bit to me. He's 4-1 right now. Let's see. The 8 is 3-1. Again, you're getting, no matter where you lean. I like the 4. 9-1 is my 3rd choice. I mean, so it is balanced. I mean, look at the longest shot in the field, 7-horse field, is 9-1. So you know that people are know, spread on their opinions.
Yeah.
So for me, let's see. Sean, you came out 8-3-1-7. Is that correct? No, I'm sorry. That was Tim. 8-3-1-7 was your order, right? Tim?
That's correct. Yes.
Sean, what was your top 3 again?
Well,
I thought I wrote it down. I know it's a disaster.
I mean, no, exactly. No, I like the 8 too, like Tim did. But to show you how wide is open this race, my 2 stable dual horses are 3 and 4. So I mean, that's just how wide open. But I was 8-1, 4-3.
All right. So here's what we're gonna do. The show parlay moves on. $23 all in to show, and we're gonna. You guys drop your just drop a number in the chat.
Yep.
Whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, whatever you want, drop it in, and we're gonna count them up over the next couple minutes and figure out who the all-in $23 show parlay is, because that's what I'm betting next. Hombre must pose. No, dude. Nobody wants to see that. I'm morbidly obese. I mean, maybe there's a few people out there who want to see it, but I doubt the majority. Probably not. Probably not so much. Sean, I don't think you'd want to see it.
So, like we said, race 6.
Exactly. Change that subject as quick as you can. Lou Betcha in the house. Go Lions,
Hey,
baby.
Lou.
That's what I'm talking about, guys. Come on. Let's get your head out. Let's get your head out your ass, everybody. It's time to start focusing on the Lions. All right, here comes some votes. Sean, could you tally up the votes in the background if you could?
I can. Yeah, I can do that. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Put a number in the chat for who you want for the show parlay. $23, and I'm gonna roll this over all night as long as we survive.
Okay. Let's see.
We are 10 minutes. We got plenty of time. I want to bring something up on this Lions game real quick, and I'm sorry if I'm boring you to death, but there is a bet, Tim. You mentioned props in the on Twitter earlier.
Right.
Sam Laporta, the Lions rookie tight end. It's over or under, depending on the casino you're betting on or whatever. I'm in a state where I can't bet it, but maybe I will somehow. I got some back door in there, but Sam Laporta, the tight end, over or under 4 receptions tonight. I would bet your life on that. I mean, that's a prop bet. It's either 4 or 4.5, depending on the casino you're at. Sam Laporta, the tight end, rookie tight end for the Lions, over 4. He is a monster. I'm telling you, if you're not a Lions fan, you haven't watched him. He is special. He is already, to me, top 3 or 4 tight ends in the league. I'm not just jumping off a bridge to say that because I'm a Lions fan either. He's that good. He is special.
Yeah.
Out of Iowa, rookie. There's the easiest prop bet of the night. Easiest prop bet of the night for you.
We got Malafat in the house.
Drop your safety show bet in there. I see a few guys have done that. Ladies and gents, that would help.
I'm keeping score.
So we got 9 minutes to race 6. Horses are coming out on the track.
Yeah.
Laporta's a future superstar. Absolutely. He's 21 years old or whatever he is.
Yep.
That's what Iowa puts out. They put out tight ends and linebackers, bro. They feed them gas-fueled corn.
Absolutely.
And steroids. You don't hear me preaching to the choir about Jahmyr Gibbs, our rookie running back, who the Lions have so many great rookies. It's ridiculous, but Laporta's a standout. And Brian Branch, our safety.
No doubt. That's going to be a while. That's going to be interesting. This is going to be the first game, I think, where we see if Jared Love is indeed the real.
Yeah. They're going to attack, baby. The Lions have to get after him. Because the Lions got beat by Seattle week 2. After beating the Chiefs in Kansas City, it was a big letdown game. And they came back ultra aggressive against a quarterback who can't throw in Desmond Ridder in Atlanta. And we just embarrassed them. It was a complete joke. It was 20-3 or whatever the score was, but they could have won by 30. And I think that's how they got to treat Love tonight.
Yeah.
Blitz him, kill him, make him throw it. If he beats you downfield, maybe you adjust the game, but he hasn't been proven to have to throw the ball yet. So we'll see on him.
I agree.
All right.
So some real quick on break.
Coming in.
That's exactly what I was about to say. So we're 7 minutes to post, and I've been watching the odds, and it's been 7-8-1, 7-8-1, 7-8-1, and somebody just slammed the 8 because he just dropped from second favorite at a couple of clicks over the 7 to under the 7. So 9-5 right now, with the 7 at 5-2 and the 1 at 9-2.
We have a tie right now in votes between the 1 and the 8. So.
Drop it in there. Who would you bet your life on to show here? Because I got a show parlay going.
Let us know
$23 in there.
Who you would use. Yes.
The people vote, and I'm going with whatever you guys say. There's no decision to be made if I
We're
go with the
tied
vote.
right now
We are
between
tied.
the 8 and the 1.
So here's the thing: if I'm betting my life, I'm betting on the 8 because I think the 8's definitely going to be there. But if I'm betting to win, money and still thinking I'm safe, I'm betting the 1 because the 1 is 9-2, and I think he's still in the top 3.
Well, I had the 1 on top, so I'm not going to disagree with you. 9-2, who's like looking like the third choice, I guess. Again, a totally balanced race. Every horse is taking some money, even the longest shot, 10-1. You don't have any 30 and 50-1 horses here.
Yeah.
So take a look at the show pools.
That's what I was about to say. Here's the problem with the show pool is that some of the smaller tracks is the total pool right now is $1,900, and the 7 has most of that money at $400. The 1 is second. So actually, right now the 8, who is the favorite in the race, is a better show bet.
Yeah, and by quite a bit too.
Yes, by half.
By quite a bit.
Yep,
almost half.
It's going to pay half again as much. Yeah, I mean roughly. Jimmy Johnson's in the house. What's up, Jimmy? 4.
Hey, Jimmy.
Is 5. What does this mean?
How about those Cowboys?
4.
Oh no.
4.
Four is 5 of 5 in the exacta on all.
Okay, thank you.
All weather. Yep.
And by the way, how about those Cowboys? The Cowboys are an abortion. That franchise sucks.
No, they do. I was just that was my Jimmy Johnson joke.
I know, I got you. I just wanted to make sure if there's a Cowboys fan out there, F you and your family and your friends and everybody you've ever known.
Hombre, I can throw some positivity their way. If you're a Cowboys fan, you're not a Bears fan.
Right.
Yes. The Bears were
because the Bears. Holy cow.
And the Cowboys are actually pretty good. I mean, Micah Parsons is an absolute stud. I think Prescott sucks, but
they will kill the Patriots this weekend.
Well, yeah, the Patriots. I'm sorry, you guys had a great time for like 15 years, so nobody's feeling sorry.
We got our 6 rings. We're fine. We got our 6 rings. We're good.
It's over. It took a Michigan man, Tom Brady, to do that for you, but all right.
By the way, the worst football game of the year is this weekend. Also, the Bears versus the Broncos. Does it get any worse? Than those two absolutely terrible teams.
You want to hear something sick, Sean? There's 4 teams that are winless in the NFL. They're all playing each other.
I know.
The other shit bowl is Minnesota and Houston or Carolina.
Carolina, yep.
Just a complete
Hey, hombre. Let me try to win you some horse racing money in your show pool here.
Let's do it, please.
I'm watching the show pool, and I'm telling you, the 8. This is unbelievable. There's 7 horses in this race with the scratch of the 5. The 8 is 5th in show pool money. Put it down.
And 6-5.
Send it in. He's got all the money in the win pool. He's got the vast majority of the win pool. He's second in the place pool, and he's like 5th in the show pool. That makes no sense.
Everybody forgot to bet him to show. That's what we're doing. $23 on the 8 horse to show, which I had as my second choice anyway.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's. You're right. I'm looking at the pools. I updated my pools. 2 minutes to post, by the way, race 6, Woodbine. And yeah, it's balanced. 8 is the favorite, but not in the show pool, like you said. So what do we have for bets? Blair Thompson, 378. I'll give the 4 and the 6 for Tony. I mean, you guys are all over the place. You love to see it.
Yeah, love to see it.
I'm a solid 8-3 exacto.
Is that what we want to do?
No, I mean, we can do what everybody wants to do, but this 3 has floated up and is not getting a lot of respect, and I really like the 3, so that's what I'm betting personally. So, and then I'm gonna lay some tries. I'm gonna lay some tries underneath that 8-3. All
right, Tim, give us the final bet. Let's make a. Give us your one bet for around a $10 range here. Make us some money. The show parlay, we're all in on the 8 horse.
Yeah,
$10.
Tim,
here you go. $2 trifecta, 8-3 all.
What's the total cost of that?
$10. That's what you said, right?
Yep, sure. And our bankroll's at 28,
Yeah.
and our show parlay is 23.
Yep.
There's your official bet, folks. 8 over the 3, all.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to pay fat if it hits, babe. There's a $2 trifecta. The Bears are so. There's the winner for the night on comments. The Bears are so bad. Arlington wants to rebuild the track.
The
the Bears.
last building just went down.
Oh.
How tragic was that?
Yes,
Right.
And there were a lot of things saying whatever goes here next should be haunted. It should, and I'm like, they already are. The curse has already started, and I love it.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
May they never win another game.
Terribly. I hope I can go visit. Yeah, and take one of those like ghost hunter recorder things or whatever those guys do.
Right.
The ghost of George Hallis.
Get EVPs of angry bettors.
Yes.
I've hated the Bears ever since they had Jim Harbaugh, who I've hate because he's a Michigan guy. I'm a Michigan State guy.
Yeah.
Jim Harbaugh, I still hate. Now he's the U of M coach, obviously, but they're loading him up, folks. Great evening of fun is right, Tony.
Amen,
Thanks for
Tony.
coming.
Yep.
Dan says 1-8 exacta box makes a lot of sense.
Yep.
And they're about to jump off here.
Here they go. And away they go. Oh, they frozen.
That's a delay. I heard the announcer say so. It's not my screen for once that's delayed.
Okay, gotcha.
I think it is also your screen potentially, but
Oh, in the gate locked up,
I wouldn't doubt it.
looking at them side by side here.
and they're off.
Oh yeah, that's your screen.
Yep. Now we'll have to refresh it. Hang on one second. My bad,
7
folks.
to the front. 8 stalking with the 4 there. Then 6, 3, 1, and the 2 is currently trailing. 3's making a little bit of a move up here on the rail up into 3rd. There's our picture.
There we go.
Spider Bell up near the lead. Usually she's a dead closer.
Yeah, she kind of made a little move there. Like, I don't know if it was just the way things were
Yeah.
shaping up or by
Dead
design. She's
closer.
falling back up again now.
Oops.
But
My
Michelle
screen share
M.
sucks, so I'm just gonna.
4's making a move.
and the 6 on the outside.
8's got good position on the rail if they can get
7.
inside. Here comes the 8.
I hope the 8's got something left here. It's a
hope
show.
so.
Yeah, 8's got a
It's
little
looking a
something left,
little,
but he's trapped.
2 wide on the outside.
There we
coming
go.
up.
Now the 8's got
Uncork the
room.
8.
3's got no room.
Uncork the 8, baby.
Oh, man.
Uncork the 8.
Your show bet will be all right.
248. 248
I
area
think it's
code.
4-2.
Shout out Detroit.
That's
was
close. That was close between the 4 and the 2.
Yeah, that was a close finish there.
But we got the
The
show
bet.
pool remains.
Yeah, Dan brought some bad news. The 8 took late money on the show pool. We're moving
Yeah.
the needle in the lounge here again. Yeah, 2 and 4 dead heat. 8.
Ooh. I'm hoping it's the 4. I had the 4 across.
But with the 7 and the 1 out of the money, should be all right still on that show bet.
Exactly. And the 4. The 4 took a little bit as well. So, the 4 is, I'm sorry, 4-1.
Yeah, 4 actually had second least amount in the show pool. So
Exactly.
that'll be good.
Yeah. That'll be fine.
Yeah,
And it's
the
4 never
chaos
runs a
math
bad
needed to
race.
figure out. The chaos math needed to figure out when is a good thing for a show pool is incredible if you're not familiar with the pari-mutuel system.
I would love to know what Daisuke thought of bringing Spider Bell, who's a 1-run closer, up to the front. She had nothing left.
Yeah, it didn't really work out there.
Sean, if you look right there at the finish, they're showing it right now. I mean, she's got run. If you look at there was one point and the 3 was like it had absolutely nowhere to go on the rail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. I don't really know that it was an intentional move up. I think it was kind of just a product of the pace scenario, and the horse was just going her speed, and then that brought her up, and then she kind of everybody else kind of went, and she drifted back again.
Was in a place she didn't like, and she wasn't familiar with.
24853.
248.
486.
Coincidence that is the Detroit area code? I don't know.
I guess they just
Plus my phone number starts with 248.
Detroit basketball.
I've never watched the Woodbine feed. I guess they just put the hold to all tickets while it's unofficial.
Yes,
doesn't necessarily mean they're looking at the
every
race.
Yeah.
Every time.
There you go. Jab got in the mix there. 6 horse got 4th. If you were playing super.
Yeah. 3 got 3rd. Crazy.
We survived the show pool barely. That was some drama because that freaking 8 horse, that was like, you could write a novel about that race for the 8 because it looked good, looked bad, looked good, bad, and then good again.
Yeah, I was worried for a minute there.
Yeah, I definitely was. And I'll be honest, dude, a lot of these races, the best horse has been trapped in traffic.
Right.
What do we have? We've covered 3 or 4 races. I mean, like at least 2 or 3 of these races that we've covered. The best horse waiting in the wings, usually on the rail, trapped. You look at that $2 exacta, $50, trifecta for $1.85. You're getting some good payouts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we haven't had it. Good.
I will. No, I was just going to say, I will say that, it proved to be true about that 7. Look, that 7 was a good horse under Clement, but when you're claiming off the top tier trainers, that's a hard act to follow.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did anybody hit big on that one? Anybody playing late sequence? Pick 5, pick 4s.
Yeah, I agree with Brett.
I can just.
By the way, Brett, good job with you on the 2, my friend. There. Yeah. Brett
asked about the 2. Probably helped too.
Yeah.
Last year on the turf weren't quite as good.
Yeah. Very good. Very good.
3 races to go. Is anybody betting a late pick 3? What are we doing? I think I'll be hanging on for one more race, and then I have to get ready for this Lions game.
By the way, Jessica, if you're a Ravens fan, watch out for my boy from Boston College, Trey Flowers.
Zay Flowers?
Yeah, Trey. Yeah.
He's on my fantasy.
Zay,
I did a little bit of research, and he was one of the ones that I was like, yeah, I'll throw him in there.
Yeah, he's a
nice
talent.
Start to his career.
He's a talent.
So far.
That was kind of what the general consensus seemed to be. I was like asking my sister, like, do we have any like good rookies that I could get like later in the draft that might be do something for me?
He was definitely one.
Yeah. How about Palka from the Rams? Was he got like 20 something? Whatever, it was like 30 something catches or whatever. Okay. That's
what happens when Cooper Kupp's out, and the Rams really have no weapons, man.
No.
But Stafford's great, man. As a Lions fan, I liked Stafford for a long time here, and when he left, it was like,
yeah. When you have both
Palka, a contender, then you won a Super Bowl.
Imagine when you have both Palka and Kupp on the other side. That's gonna be tough. They both run great routes.
Yeah. Is he coming back though? They're not even saying. By the way, that 310 on the show pool, not bad.
Okay. Yeah. See. All right. See. There we go.
That's how we roll. So now we'll have whatever. Yeah. We'll figure out the total here in a second because I had 23 on it.
Yeah.
We got dogs barking. Jessica, is that dogs? Is that you?
Oh, that's my neighbor's dogs, the ones across the street who are always outside and barking at all hours.
I remember that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You
That's
gotta love
them.
it. Love to see it.
Yep. At least it's not 3 a.m. Oh, they'll also
Yeah, we
sing
tolerate
karaoke
it.
in their front
My
yard
dogs-
after
My
midnight.
dogs do that. The difference is, ooh, sounds classy. Sounds classy as hell.
It's a
mean,
lot
my
better
dogs
than the
bark
old
like that,
neighborhood. I will say
but
that. At least
I'm
these
the
people
type
are
of
having
neighbor-
fun.
I'm the type of neighbor though that when my dogs are doing that, I'm more annoyed than the neighbor who doesn't like dogs is annoyed. So I'm like
Right.
quick to
No,
run out
gosh,
there. I have dogs.
when
I'm
mine go
quick to run out
outside
there and be like,
what are you
angry.
doing? Stop. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I'm the
yeah.
one who's like trying to shush my dogs. Meanwhile, like neighbors on both sides are have outdoor dogs that are constantly barking. And I'm like, wait a minute. It's like, it'll be like noon and I'll, let the dogs out and a couple of them will bark and I'll be like, oh my God, Ruby, why are you barking like that? And then I'll like think about it and I'm like, you know what? Actually, you're probably fine. But I get so self-conscious about it.
Yeah, me too. Totally. I can't let that go because I know that if I was the neighbor who hated dogs next door, I'd be like, these people are white trash idiots. I hate them.
Right, yeah.
Right at the wire says you're staying right here for the Lions game. Is that what you mean? You're harassing me.
Oh,
He wanted
boy.
me to strip down naked or whatever earlier. I'm a little worried. But I will
He
say
spent
this.
too much time at the back.
I'm going to be betting a lot of money on the Lions game tonight. So if you want to see a live stream reaction to my Lions, we're going to need some super chat donations from all over the place because I got to feed my kids,
Yeah.
Jimmy calling for the Colts over the Rams.
Ooh, that's interesting.
Where is that game, Jimmy? That's an interesting matchup. That's two teams that are kind of on the come up, I think. And the Rams,
Yep.
interestingly enough, have rebuilt themselves in like 2 years, man.
Yeah.
Won the Super Bowl 2 years ago. They went 4-12 last year, or whatever. It sucked. And now they're back, babe. Karaoke in the front yard, interesting concept with flashing Christmas lights and songs. Only if it's Christmas lights on in like July, because they never took them down. That's when you know. That's when you know
Well,
you're
you
living
haven't lived until you've heard your
with
neighbors
quality
like
people. You know what I'm saying?
5-year-old children screaming into a karaoke microphone in their front yard at 2 a.m.
Oh yeah. And
It's
the
a
parents are too
jam.
drunk to notice.
It's something. I don't even know. But again, like I said, I'll take this neighborhood over the last neighborhood we were in because at least these people like are having a good time.
Yep.
Like the people
It's not
who we were
fighting and
listening to it.
gunshots.
Exactly. It's not. We had a bad house like 2 doors down before, and that was a scary neighborhood. This is just like, come on, folks, can you have a little bit of like,
Yeah, can you
care a
turn
little
down
bit about the fact
the
that your neighbors are trying to sleep?
can you turn down the Creed karaoke resets at 2 a.m? Because that's the type. It's like Nickelback. It's like the worst of the worst when it comes to what they're doing too, I'm sure. Because the type of people that are doing that are doing Leonard Skinner resets and stuff like that. 100%.
No doubt.
All right, 17 minutes, race 7. I know you guys are getting fired up. Lions game kicking off in less than an hour.
Yes.
We do need that. We do need that show parlay. $36 in there now. See, it's starting to build up a little bit. We're going all in. $36 in this next race 7.
These races are so tough. I never have any feel for Woodbine, man.
The tough and the odds reflect it too.
Yeah, that's the thing though. Like, I think you only need to hit 1 or 2 in a night to do well.
You
here
do.
because the odds
Absolutely
are really,
you do. At Woodbine, I remember when one day I was up there for the Kings play, I made money and I was 2 for 9. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because all you need is two really good races, and then boom, they just absolutely trump the other ones.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the way that these odds boards are so spread out that you can get good value if you just get it the right way, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
So race 7, I'll just start the conversation on race 7 because to me it's really easy.
Yeah.
And I think the 1 is going to be a heavy favorite. I don't know what I haven't looked at the
He's 3-1 right
wheel
now.
pace. I know he's 3-1, but I don't know what the wheel pace reflect. I haven't looked yet. But to me, it's the one by a
which
country
one,
mile.
my friend? He is in the pick
He's the
four.
favorite in every one.
Yeah.
Double, pick
By
3, and pick 4.
Country mile though.
Not a country
Is
mile.
anybody close to him? All right.
So the 6 is the second
Yeah,
favorite in
yeah.
both the pick 3 and the pick 4, pretty closely.
All right. So if I had to do it, I'll just get it over with now. The 1 by a country mile. And why I've never said country mile in my life, but it's sounded right. So, and then I had the 4-6.
Even in the double, he's 16 and the 6 is 22. So it's not that, it's not that,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Not that spread out,
I have 1 with the 4-6, 5-2 if we want to reach real deep. The only horses I'll toss instantly are the 7 and the 3, which I'm sure people will disagree with, but that's where I'm at. I only tossed 2 here quickly.
I actually, you know how you can click toss in DRF. I actually tossed the 3 and the 7.
Yeah, that was and they're right now. I mean, the 3's not taking any money. The 3 is not even in the conversation. I don't think.
Right. Yeah. Right. No.
The 7 is definitely taking some money here. I didn't like the 7 at all.
I thought the 7 was kind of interesting getting back to the all weather here.
Yeah. Now, interesting. Last week, Time Skip had Emma Jane on, but Emma Jane's not there tonight.
Right.
So, and
the trainer's a bit of a red flag.
Huh?
And the trainer's Oprah, he's got 1/3 out of 11 races. But the big thing about the 7 for me is he's had 2 races this year with nothing. But if you look at even last year, 11 races, no firsts, 1 second, and 2/3, and it's just like the horse hasn't won in like 3 years. It's like I'm gonna pass.
At that price, absolutely.
Hey,
if this was a 10-1
so.
shot, I would be interested. But at 4-1, I'm not. But I did kind of
go ahead. I'm sorry.
That, getting back to synthetic would probably be a good move for this horse.
I agree. I do have a horse that I like at a price underneath, and I don't like the horse on top, but I think the horse has a definite chance, and that is the 2. I really like this 2 here. I think that the 2 could possibly get a piece of this at a price, and basically, and if you look, there's three grass races, and if you look back at the horse's races on synthetic, the horse has a pretty good record on synthetic. Is mostly
he likes. That's our friend Sarah Ritchie.
Right.
He likes synthetic much better than turf.
And they've run the horse 3 times this year, and all 3 races have been on the turf. And I think now the horses get in the synthetic, and I think the horse, if you look, that he's running back from the 2nd of September, which a couple are, but running the horse back that quickly, I think that they found a spot that I think they like, and I think they're looking to win here. I really do.
Yeah. Sarah, to give you a little insight, Sarah's a good friend of mine. The races have been very tough for this category to get on the poly track, and so that's why he's run 3 times in a row on the turf. Not to her number 1 choice. So to get him back on the poly track, she's very happy.
And definitely the stretch run and the last one, the horse definitely showed something. He hadn't done anything the rest of the race, so obviously he had plenty left. But the horse showed me that he could definitely do better than what he did, and I think it was kind of a tune-up, and the horse is in a good position to get a piece. But on top in this one though, I was on the 6 here for the top horse, and then the 6 and the 1 I both had close, and I in a coin toss I could go either way, but I like the 6 over the 1 a little bit.
Jess, what did you have?
Yeah, the 6 would be my top pick here.
Yeah.
I think again, I'm not having a good feel for these Woodbine races. I don't handicap this track very often, but the 6 was kind of the horse that I would put a pretty clear on top, I think. Just very consistent. The 1 makes sense. I definitely get the 1. but I also think
Yeah,
that I don't like that the ones is a little bit of a drop in class, but that last race on the synthetic wasn't great. I feel like this year the turf races have been better for the one, so that kind of is why I would give the 6 the edge there. And then I thought that who was it I was just looking at that I thought made some sense. I thought for underneath the 5
Reliability.
could do
Yeah.
a little bit of something. Might the time form
I like the 5
figures
too.
on the 5 are really interesting. Kind of a good like steady type of horse with that 83 early figure and 86 late figure has been not doing great at this level, but I thought that was one who could either kind of get a trip, could be kind of close, but if someone else wants it, could also finish up. But
All right,
6 on
so
top for me.
Jessica and Tim have the
I'm
6 on
really
top.
trying to figure here why, even though I love them, they're like family to me. The LeBlanc's horse here is 4-1 right now. The 4, I don't really get. I'm trying to see why Native Prince is being bet so much, but but surprising things have happened.
I definitely
There's 10
think that
minutes. There's
this
10
is a
minutes.
jockey upgrade.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Yep. Oh, Rafi's done great for them this year.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quick shout out, Kelly Costello. We had a little banter back and forth on the Lions. I know she'll be rooting for the Lions, even though she's not a fan. Had a little banter on one of the NFL videos, so good to see you in the chat. Uncle Sully, are we really handicapping a race where the combined age of the 1 and 6 is the same age as my oldest daughter? Yikes. I don't even know where to start there. I got to look that up.
A 10-year-old and a
saying that this is
9-year-old.
old? Okay. All right. That's what I figured. Love to
Bunch
see it,
of
Uncle
old
Sully.
hard-rocking geldings.
Come
They
on,
are,
Uncle
but
Sully. In this day and age, are we really going to complain about old horses racing? I'd love to see it.
No,
Yeah.
I love the old ones.
The battle axes.
Shout out Congaree.
Yeah.
Congaree ran in the Breeders' Cup till he was like 8 or something crazy. Let's
John's
see.
call.
Time Form
4-star
US is
Dave.
one tool I can never use to handicap. I just don't get it at all. See what Right at the Wire is doing here.
I just saw it. That's what I was laughing at.
Absolutely. I get no respect, man. I'm like Rodney Dangerfield up in here. All right. $36 all-in show parlay is up. Who we going with? We need votes, baby. Put a horse number in there, 1 through 7. And we're going.
I'm thinking 6.
Dude, I love the 6. That's what I was going to
Yeah.
say. I mean, I like the 6 on top, and with the odds and everything right now, I'm saying
the 6.
that's a great bet to me, especially with the money the 7's taking. And I think that horse is not hitting the board.
Man, the 6, baby. I got a little bit of history with Coleyville. That horse absolutely hammered me in Stable Duel one night, and I hate him forever over it. But I do have the horse 3rd myself, and I
Definitely has the
Jessica
pace
and Tim
tonight.
had him on top. Yeah, I'm not against it.
And you
Right at
know
Wire
the
likes
angle.
267.
Yep.
You know, one of the things
Nice.
I love, Hombre, if it's you got this horse ran on the 2nd, and if you look on the 23rd, so just 5 days ago, that's a pretty good work. And if you look at what the horse normally does for his 4 furlong works, it's not that fast. And then KK's back aboard. KK's riding pretty well tonight. I think he's had 2 wins, and he's had a couple of races to where he was on good horses and didn't get the trip. So KK's hot.
Al Bent looks good on the track tonight.
I'm betting 6-1 exacta. That's where I'm going.
$36 on that show parlay, folks. This
Love
could
it.
build into something if we hit the right horse here in the next 2 or 3 races. We just got to
I'll
have
be right
0
back in 1
missteps. That's
sec,
the only
guys.
problem here.
I'll be right back.
Sure. All right, everybody's all over. Blair 257 at Woodbine. Dan's on the 6. Jimmy the 6. Jessica and Tim on here on the 6. Chris is $2 win place 2.7, I guess. I think that's what he's saying. Does the 2 need a fake ID to run in this race? Yes. As a matter of fact, he does.
Remember the 2's my
Speaking of
sneaky
fake
underneath.
IDs, how hard is that nowadays? I have the 2 up in there too. I have the 2 somewhere around 4th, but close. You know what I mean? Like he definitely could be there. And by the way, he's 5-1 though. I mean, at that price, I don't love him so much. I think this is a race where you just stay tight on the top couple if you can, because look at this, dude. Let me hide this comment. You have 1 horse to 3, which is completely not being bet. Everybody else is being bet.
Right.
So the other 6 horses are all taking money. So
And as I said, I think the 7 is personally, my personal opinion is he's taking people's money. He's burning it. So, but if you look at everybody else, it's pretty even. And I think that 6-1. That's why I said I'm 6-1 exacta, and I'm gonna play that over the 2.
And Jessica had 6 with the 1 and 5, right?
Yeah.
That was kind of your.
I do think the 7 could get 3rd or
And
4th in here, but I don't. I think the price is way too low.
Agreed.
Nobody has love for the 4, huh? As I read that, Charles B. Why isn't the 4 taking any money? I like the 4 in
Well,
second.
kind of is
actually. I
taking
have 1,
money.
4,
He's
6.
down from the morning line.
Yeah, it's so balanced, guys.
It is.
I like the 4 second, but I'm going to tell you right now, I like the 1, like I said, by a lot. And then underneath, 4, 6, 5, 2, all close to me. Man, that makes it tougher. We need drop a single digit in right at the wire. Says he's on the 2 for the show bet.
Yeah.
Let's take some votes. $36 for the show parlay. Let's keep that thing alive.
Problem with the 4 in this race is that his best races this year were against cheaper.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
And his only races again at the level of he's been really out of it.
Right. So his last race
why he was taking money.
exactly 7th, 8th, 8th, 8th.
Yeah.
And the last time he ran a first and got at the board was at a straight claimer 7,500, and that is not this level.
Exactly.
Nope.
So the will pays are telling me that the 1's going to be the heavy favorite, almost by half of what the 5.
Yeah.
5 and 6 will be second and third choice, followed by the 4. So yeah, the 1's going to be the heavy favorite when the money comes in. But how's the show pool look, guys? It looks like
I'm with you, Alex, about that too. I don't like that they've dropped his odds. I thought I was going to get a price.
man,
6
the
is
6
heavily
6 horse in
favored.
the show pool has more than double
Yes.
double in the show pool. We're not touching the 6.
No.
I think the 1, right?
Yes, I think the 1's the play in the show pool.
Yeah, I mean, if you like
the
him,
1's middle of the pack.
Yeah.
Because the 2 is a horse that I was saying I like the 2 underneath at a price, but the 1 is basically, the favorite in the race, and you look at him and he's got less money in the show pool than my 2.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think the 1's.
That's the
I would even call it a safety play, and
I agree.
in the middle of the pack for the show pool. So
This is
all right.
Yeah.
Nobody's voting, so I guess I'll just make that call, folks.
yeah.
I burned my ships with the 2. I don't know what that means right at the wire.
And that means that
like the 2.
he's bet the 2 before, and it probably hasn't won for him.
Jimmy
Malathot,
Johnson, 6 with the 1-2.
I took the 2 in my stable duel Malathot because I thought that the horse was going to be a decent underlay and he was going to have a chance to win, but probably underneath.
Yep. This is always tough for me. I have 3 different friends in this race. So I'm like, oh.
It's the problem with being the most popular kid in school, baby.
Hombre, I will recommend you don't look at stable duel.
No, I won't.
Yeah,
I knew it was bad like 3 races ago.
I tied for second in horseshoe.
I haven't even had to check. That's the bonus, Tim. I haven't even had to look. I got my picks right here.
I know what Sean's right above you, and I'm right above Sean, and we're all way down there.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Not pretty. Brett lights the 3 for the show vote. They're going in, folks. They're loading them up.
Yeah,
I already bet $36 to show on the 1.
Kazushi's coming flying. I know that.
Good luck, everybody.
If we get this one home, we'll have a little bit of a change.
Yep.
And man, my rig just freezes up when I try to share it. Maybe I need to upgrade my 3-year-old laptop. I don't know. We didn't even put an official bet in for this one, did we? Besides the
I think just
1-6 exacta box. Boom.
1-6 exacta. And by the way, why not, dude? This is another one so balanced. Why am I'm sharing the wrong screen? My fault. Or that was Sean. You were sharing the wrong screen.
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you want me? Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, my bad.
Yeah, go ahead. Here, I'll add you back in. Get that
Yeah, I'm gonna try to bring it up. Hold on a second.
We got the 4 on the lead with the outside of the 3 on the rail. And then the 2 and the 1 and kind of second flight behind them, and then stretching out.
Here we come.
7, 6, 5. Here we go.
6 is towards
the
back. KK is loading him up for the late run.
There we go.
And I love that the 6 is coming up the rail. He's taking the shortest path.
Native Prince is coming up.
And he's going to have the most speed at the end.
24.
Not super fast, which is why I think you see so many horses coming up early. There's that 2 going.
Oh, 5's having
up with the 5, yeah.
I'm having some real trouble back there with the 5.
Yeah. Oh, KK had to take up the 6. A 3 came in on him.
Yeah. The 51 to 1 shot.
Here comes that 1 out in the clear.
Let's get that 1 home, huh? What's the bet here? 1-6? Was that the exacta?
Yeah. Here they come.
Oh no, baby! Come on, 1. They got one's gonna get out kicked here, baby. You got to make a move. Come on, be tough, 1.
He's got it. Hold 1.
Stay tough, 1. Ooh,
I think you just got it.
I think he got
it. A head bobber, baby. I don't know.
That was close though.
He was ahead unless he got a bad luck head bob, but you never know.
Yeah, it was physically in front, but came close.
We had a $36 rider on that. And by the way, man, 9 to 5, that was a steal. For the show pool. For the show pool, I mean the show pool, unless there was a ton of money dropped at the end.
Yeah, I mean, ended up close second choice in the show pool.
Did he? Okay. Uh-oh, here we go.
I still like how my 2 ran.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good call there on the 2 and the 4. I didn't understand the 4, but
me neither.
The money was smart there.
I'm thrilled with the little Blancs, but good Lord.
Yeah, I didn't see that one.
Rafi's ridden so well for them.
Right. That's what I said. That was a definite jock upgrade.
Yeah.
Put that 1 in third, baby. It was so close. The 1 was physically ahead, but I think we got bobbed. And if that's the case,
I think he got it.
I'm gonna start cussing and swearing.
He
very close as we watch the replay.
We're just gonna call it.
Call it good, baby.
1.
I mean, he's physically ahead, 4, but that 7.
1. Oh, the 7's ahead after the wire, but I think the 1 just got him.
Yeah, 7 had the momentum, but let's see.
Oh God, depends.
You
baby.
had Bob,
Depends on
but
that-
I think he was still in front.
It was definitely
keep
going the wrong way with the Bob. The 1 was coming
Yeah,
up, and the 7 was going down.
yeah, did
There it
not
is,
look-
1.
Dead
Boom.
heat.
Yeah,
All right,
boy. Oh, dead
the
heat.
dead heat,
What does
that
that do
still
for the show
counts.
pool?
Well, you're gonna share it, but
That still counts.
you'll
Yeah, I
stay
don't know how-
alive.
I don't know how that's going to look on the bottom
that's-
line here, but that's crazy.
That definitely impacts.
Yeah,
The
The way
6
you-
out
we're thinking about half
helps,
of what we.
but yeah, not.
Dude, that's AIDS, baby. 11-1 Hellbent in there on the 2.
Yeah, Sarah's
Yeah, Tim
Sarah's
likes that
horse. Yep. Yep.
and
That was your
Brian
dark horse,
Wire,
Tim,
Alex
wasn't
did
it?
too.
That was my pick. That was the one that I
the
really
dark
liked.
horse. Yep, I had the 2 4th. 11-1 is far different than that horse looked. Remember when we were just talking about it? I said, Tim, I like the 2 as well at a shot, but then it was like 4 or 5-1 when I looked at that. So I said I don't like him anymore at that price. But
Right.
She has been trying for 3 months to get this horse back on the poly track.
It just looked like that angle to me, Sean, that they were trying to place the horse. And you
Yeah.
know, that's exactly what I said, that the horse didn't want to be on turf.
No, she's been trying for 3-4 months to get him back on the poly track, and this is finally what he can do when he gets back on it.
And again,
Well, I
softer
guess-
too.
I guess we'll wait and see what this show pool does for the show parlay at $36. Kind of took a little wind out of the sails, but at least it's not dead.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be honest. I was looking at that Bob thinking that I was done.
Mhm.
Let's see. Did anybody hit that 4-2, 9-2 over 11-1? The 2 top choices there, nowhere to be found. Right at the wire says, yeah, you're right. The 2 ended up being the show parlay play after all. Correct.
Yeah.
We should have listened. God damn it.
Hey, I'll be right back. My beer glass is empty.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
please take care of that.
The LeBlancs. Just so you know, these people are absolutely amazing, right?
Yeah.
The LeBlancs. They had their house burned down last year, and they did a GoFundMe and over $1 million.
That's awesome.
But from the whole community. So and these
That
people
shows.
these people are like family to me. So whenever they win, it's amazing. They're the
Yeah,
nicest
that's
people
awesome.
yeah. So
Well, dude, if
Maggie.
you just said it all, you just said all you need to say. If you put up a GoFundMe and get that type of support, you've probably rubbed people the right way. You know?
oh
what I mean?
yeah. Yeah.
I mean, if Swift Hitter put a GoFundMe out today, probably wouldn't
$20.
raise $1 million. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
And I hate to even bring that up, but you either screw people or you're a good person and you get acknowledgement for that.
There's Maggie.
Mhm.
That's
So
awesome.
congratulations. That's awesome, Sean, to get the insight of somebody who's, well deserving of that. And
Yeah, I didn't like their
I love
horse. but
Rocky
I-
Hernandez as a jockey.
Yeah, I like you, Jess. I didn't like their horse at all here, but what an awesome ride by Rafi, and I couldn't be more happy for him. you know.
Yeah, got up there and
And for Sarah, who's had a very tough meet to get second, that's awesome too. You know,
mhm.
we're all geniuses after the race, but I'm saying, but you know what I'm saying, but 2 people I'm very close with them, happy for them that they got 1, 2. You know,
For the record, Sean, that show parlay paid out 210 on the 1, 27 or 290 if you had the 7. But I'll take the $2.10, which
Yeah.
takes us up to $38. My $36 bet netted $2. So yeah, we're still alive with 2 races left, and we're gonna keep rolling.
Yep.
Oh wow, there's a daughter of Jiu-Jitsu Jackson here. I didn't even know. I didn't know he was a stallion, much less that he was standing at stud. That's an old Mid-Atlantic horse.
Yep.
Wow. From that's a throwback. That was from when I first started following racing. Well, maybe not quite. Looking him up now. But
Love to see Jessica nerding out. It's the best. I love
didn't
to see
even-
when a real data or in her case pedigree nerd just goes off the charts, and I do it all the time for like anomalies and data. You really nerd out. Love to see that. And I mean it. I'm not even being an asshole. Like,
Yeah, no. That's
super,
I appreciate it.
It's super cool to see. What really grabs people. Let's see here, folks. We have 2 races to go.
Yes, we
Guess
do.
what? I want to drop a couple Lions bets, or in this case, I'm going to do 2. I'm doing 2 prop bets, if you will. Maybe I'll wait for Tim to get back, but
Okay.
I'm going to tell you right now, babe. Sam Laporta, that tight end, he's going to catch four receptions tonight. That's the easiest money on the board. I think the under hits tonight.
Yeah.
And I'm going to double check what that
I
under
think I
is.
have Laporta in my lineup. I do.
He'll get a I'm going to say 80 to 90 yards. Probably I'm not going to it's hard to predict a touchdown. I mean, that's real hard to predict, but he's going to catch 6 or 7 receptions, 80 to 90 yards, maybe a touch.
Yeah.
Let's talk about some prop bets, Tim. That's what I was talking about. Another prop bet. I had 2 today. Sam Laporta, who I've been talking about since the beginning of time, over 44 yards receiving too, by the way. Just jam your bank account on it.
Yep.
Steal your kids' piggy banks, whatever you got to do. All of it, Sam Laporta over on receptions and receiving yards. And the other one, under on Love passing yards. I think it was 228. Take the under. He's not going to pass for 228.
Helo.
Jesus Christ. Trust me. Can't even grammatically get hello correct. I mean, we know you grew up in Louisville, but Jesus, man, work on it for me.
Could be Halo. Could be calling us angels.
Yeah, maybe there's probably a foreign language where that makes sense. I don't know.
Maybe he's calling for a helicopter. I don't know.
I mean, geez, Dennis. Just be better, Dennis. Jerry Long at Lions money line and Laporta touchdown over 45.5. Man, I don't like the over, Jerry. Good luck to you, though, dude.
Yeah.
I'm only saying I don't like the over because I think Jordan Love's going to be a little starstruck and the Lions defense is going to be blitzing the shit out of him. I will say, though, if the Lions defense gets very aggressive, which they're going to be, and Jordan Love answers, maybe they put up some points, but I don't see it. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I'm going 20-16 Lions. That's my prediction. Of course, I'm a little biased. Dennis, are you at Churchill again? Maybe we do another live call. There it is, Dan. Plus 400, Laporta 80. Yes, please. Dan, if you could, I'll Venmo you some money right now if I can get in on that action with FanDuel because I cannot bet that. But that is a lock. Plus 400, 4-1 odds. Come on. The kid's
Speaking of props, let me throw some props to Ombre because last week his bets were spot on. His bets that he called in the lounge, all of those, I think you were undefeated on those bets.
Yeah, 3-0 last week.
Mm-hmm.
I'm good with the props, man. Go ahead. Tim, you got anything you want me to? I only have those 2. I think those 2 are a lock.
I don't.
Sam Laporta over and Jordan Love under 228 for yardage. I didn't see anything else that stuck out. I don't know because Montgomery, I don't know if he's playing. Jahmyr Gibbs, it depends on whether Montgomery plays. They're still not saying. I'm checking now. Trusty Dennis. Hello, Dennis. College girls and draft beer. Oh, Dennis is on the Lions. Jesus, that's bad, dude.
Oh,
Dennis.
Cancel them all.
Oh,
Dennis, don't do this to me.
Oh,
Don't do this to me, babe.
that's a future.
Come on, man. I know we torment each other on here, but I don't want any part of that. That's I deserve better.
Oh.
If you got prop bets or bets for the night game tonight, it starts in about 20 minutes, folks.
Yeah. Would you bet? Would you play? I know, obviously, you're a Lions fan. I think you'd have to give Watson a game for Green Bay, wouldn't you? Coming back for his first game.
Yeah. What do you mean? Like, I don't know what his props are, but
No. I'm saying
he
even
scares me.
from a fantasy point. I'm saying you have
Yeah,
to
oh,
give
yeah.
you have to give him a game, just to get back
I would
into
bet.
the.
I would bet that he catches a touchdown tonight. If that's a prop, I mean, I'm sure it is, but
Yeah.
he scares me more than any of the other Green Bay players.
Yeah.
I think Jones is playing too, though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, they're both in.
Yeah.
So one of the props here for the Lions that I'm looking at, which is against the Lions, not that the overall line, just the prop. Jared Goff for under 1.5 passing touchdowns. Because of his road numbers and his career road stats say the basically everything says that he will be under 1.5 passing. So
Yeah,
one passing and mostly running.
Well, I think that, like I said, I think the score is going to be 20 to 16-ish is what my math said, which means the Lions are going to get 2 touchdowns, which means they'll probably run one in and pass one in. So, yeah, I think
Exactly.
that mathematically makes sense to me, but, I'm just guessing.
It's a tough line. It's a tough line one.
I didn't feel strong enough I couldn't touch Goff because I think his over-under yardage was like 240 something, which seemed about right too. I do think Jordan Love's going to struggle to pass the ball, though. Doesn't mean we're going to beat him up. I just don't think they're going to throw a lot.
Yeah, this should be very interesting.
It's going to be a good game. And if you want to see absolute agony, I'll stay on, but I don't think I want to. It's going to be because I'll be yelling and screaming, and you guys are trying to bet horses. God damn it. Uncle Sully's in. What's he got? Goff over 249. Very possible. Laporta over 29 yards receiving. Where did you get that? If I can send my mortgage payment to you to take that over, please. And where are these odds at, Sully? I'll take the over on Laporta for both of those for as much as you can possibly inject into your account.
Yeah, those
Not
are
joking.
Those are crazy numbers.
He's going to have that in the first half. First drive, maybe.
That's exactly what I was about to say. He might have that on one drive.
Bet MGM has that, huh?
Nice.
If you can bet that, Sully, I will Venmo you. I'm not joking. Direct message me on Twitter or wherever, and I will Venmo you tonight to put bets in on Laporta. All right.
I do love it as someone who isn't like familiar with a lot of this stuff, how easy it is to get stats on NFL players and things.
It's amazing.
It's all free. It's all like easily accessible. It's all very intuitive.
You brought this up. Pro Football Reference, if you're not familiar with that website, is like the Bible for NFL, and it goes all the way back to the beginning of statistics in the NFL. Yet we struggle to get a goddamn PP 3 days in advance of a major race.
Right.
What's wrong with the industry? You losers.
Exactly.
Right,
this is the only major sports industry to where you can't get in-depth statistical analysis of every player for free. The only one.
It's so stupid. And you know what's funny? Like a track
who sports betting, and they're just
Park,
like
example, Gulfstream Park. I was there this year, earlier in the year, March or whatever it was. Dude, they were charging like $5 for a program, and there was only like, I don't know, maybe 1,000 people there, let's say, and probably a third of those people bought a program. You know, because most people go there with somebody else or whatever. But so they made like a couple grand maybe on programs. And It's an insult to anybody who's like, let's say you're the type of person who has $20 to go try to make some money at the horse track. Now you got to blow 25% of your bankroll on a freaking program.
Exactly.
It's so stupid.
It is. You know, I will never buy on track because if I go to a track, I've already got my DRFs. But again, I'm paying for that, and I shouldn't have to pay for it. I don't care where you get them, but all of this information should be free.
Yeah.
Yep.
My friend
The industry's
stupidly,
a dinosaur.
my friend went to Saratoga thinking he could bring $50 for the day. By the time he got in the door, he had like 15 left.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And don't you dare
Exactly.
buy a beer or something either, because that's
Yeah,
going to be
right.
about
Then you'd be
12.
broke.
Yeah, and don't try to buy your beer with cash at Churchill, and don't get me started on them, because now you can't. Look, they're like, when you walk up to the window, of course I'm like, well, can I pay with the card? No. Well, you want no cash and nothing but a card anywhere else, but if I come to a window, I got to give you cash. And oh, by the way, if
Yeah.
I cash a bet, you give me all this cash and I
Yeah.
can't use it anywhere.
Yeah.
And
It's
it's just like, it's
unbelievable.
so frustrating to me. It's like, at least give me a card that you give me all my money on, and I can go spend it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's
Because
self-defeating
it's
for
just so
them,
frustrating. It is.
because
Yeah.
that's money that I'm not spending at your track now, because you won't
Exactly.
accept cash for the things that I'm trying to buy here,
Yeah,
because
daily,
I
daily
just hit
racing
a
form at Saratoga is only card now. You can't even get it with cash.
yeah, exactly.
I mean, good Lord.
And it's like,
Yeah,
oh man, I just hit a race for $50. Let me buy an extra drink or something. And
Yeah.
Let me buy a round.
yeah, exactly.
In the rare
And,
instance where somebody's actually there to spend money, now they make it difficult to spend money. It's
Right.
wonderful.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, I've got friends who do sports betting, and they've asked me before, like, oh, how do I get into get into horse racing, and how do I like learn how to bet that? And I'm like, well, you don't. You pay money for the information that you don't know. That there's no good quick handicapping lessons either anywhere. That's something I've been thinking about doing for the channel, just like a handicapping, the way I explain it to like my friends who know absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
Where you just go, okay, look, these are your speed figures. Here's how you look at pace. Here's how you look at like class. Those are like the three things that I like start people off with. Is like, yeah, you could try and like explain to them what every little thing means, but then you're going to overwhelm them.
Right.
Yeah, because you
And
can
so
really
it's
narrow
like-
it down to three or four lines of data on there, which really tells like 80% of the story.
Right.
Exactly.
That would at least help people to start out and be able to make intelligent wagers.
Exactly. They can feel like they have an opinion on something. And then as they get interested, they'll naturally want to learn more about, okay, so like, what about like conditions? What about like, oh, this or that? So it's just like, it's so easy. Like it would be so easy to get people involved from the sports betting side of things, but it's just,
I will say that one thing that Stable Duel does positively is it kind of, in the movement in the direction of fantasy, like daily fantasy sports. Daily fantasy sports has ruined like the traditional fantasy football league, in the sense where it used to be like, oh, we all have these weekly teams, and on Sundays we play each other in traditional fantasy football. But like DraftKings and FanDuel, and it's good.
Yeah.
You can play daily fantasy on like tonight. There's a game. There's a contest for just tonight's game, and you can bet with captains and blah blah blah. Play within one game. It's like instant gratification, which is ADD Nation at its finest. But that's what Stable Duel does too.
Mhm.
And I support that big time. And I think that horse racing needs to go in that direction more than these people who really, and it's people really push like pick fives and stuff. And I mean, that's just the worst bet in all of gambling.
It is. I hate horizontals. I am not a horizontal player. I'm a vertical player.
Yeah, it's so tempting though, because you see
Chasing the big score.
You see the occasional six-figure score, and you're like, oh wow, I can do this for a $10 ticket, and in reality, you can't. I mean,
no.
But that's the other thing about like people coming from sports betting is it's like, okay, yeah, you can get like plus 150 on something, or you can find a horse that's 5-1, like, and in 2 minutes, boom, there it is.
But Jessica, when you talk to sports players and you start talking about takeout and the way that tracks are they're like, I'll pass. I'll keep my money in sports.
That's fair too. Yeah.
But right at the wire is right. The instant gratification thing, horse racing should be bigger because of that.
Right.
Because I mean, you got 14 times, on a big card like Kentucky Derby Day or Breeders' Cup, 14 races or whatever. Every And by the way, we should shorten up the in between race times. The 45 minutes to an hour between Breeders' Cup
Amen.
races is stupid.
It's so
Good God.
nonsense.
No normal human being is going to sit through that shit. I
Yeah,
like
no.
it because I'm a horse racing nerd. But can you imagine like a fringe fan trying to sit through an hour between? I mean, who would sit through that?
Well,
I'm a horse
especially
racing nerd and I hate it.
the younger crowd coming in that you're trying to attract to
Yeah,
the
dude.
racetracks because
I mean,
they're
they're watching
used to
TikToks for 5
phones. And,
seconds.
yeah, exactly,
Right.
exactly, and
Right.
they're used to instant gratification. That's too
We have
slow.
6 minutes, folks.
I've
We
been
have 6
watching them
minutes.
on the track here, so basically you got the 1 as a favorite and the 8, and it's not too far off of what I've got. My picks in here were I was 1 and 8 with the 3. I'll just make it quick that way so everybody can have an opinion. But
Yeah, we got to drop a $38 show parlay bet too here. So
I might
say
have
it again,
forgotten to
Tim,
look at
one
this
more time.
race.
Sorry.
I was 183 here. And the 8 is kind of my the 1 is clearly going to be the favorite, and I see that the 8's my underneath play. I really like the 8 in this position, and I think the distance suits the 8 a lot here. The figures look a little bit less than most of these, but I think that if the 8 runs a good race here, which horses a lot of the time they do, they come out and they run something they haven't run, then I think the 8 could be right there. And then the 3 was my 3rd place, and it was a toss up for me between the 3 and the 7.
Jessica, quickly, we're down to 5 minutes.
I don't have much of an opinion on this one. I kind of forgot to look at this one. The one, look at a quick glance, the 1 makes sense. I think that if the 7 can run back to that last race on turf, coming back over to synthetic, 7 makes sense as like an underneath type of horse. I'd love to see the 8 do well. That last race at 7 furlongs was really good, and I'm partial to the sire there that I didn't know was a stallion. But
how about the show? How about the
1.
show parlay?
Yeah.
Let's
You
go
know who
down
I
to
love? You
Disney.
know who is I have in my stable duel is the 2. This horse at 115 to 1. Michael McDonald. This horse came charging last time at 4th and almost got 3rd at 115 to 1. I'm very interested to see if this horse can do that once again.
Yeah, that last race absolutely fits here.
I bet him across.
Sean, give me
Aw,
your
dang.
top 3 then, in
Okay,
logical order.
my top 3 were 1, 1, 8, 2.
All right, all 3 of you guys had the 1 on top or close. I had 3, 7, 8, 1 in that order.
We got Brad brothers. in that.
I'm telling you. So Sophia, one quick thing, Hombre. Sophia has already got 1 win tonight. The way she's riding at Woodbine, don't underestimate how much 5 pounds means to a lot of these horses. It doesn't seem like a lot, but I really like that 5 pound allowance on this 8.
Should get the lead like easily. It looks like.
Brad
Yeah,
Brothers
and
to 4.
she's been notorious
Brad.
lately for trying to steal leads on and no one's really gone with her, which
No.
is interesting.
And she is still in a lot of races. She's on
She
fire.
is, yeah.
She's winning 18% and she's in the money like over half of her races.
Yeah.
About half.
3 minutes. 3 minutes, folks. Damn. 183, 17, 182, and I have 3, 7, 8, 1. Let's look at the show pools. For the kids scoring at home, we're just trying to make something out of this thing here. The show pools have nothing on TVG right now. I'm looking. Blair Thompson likes a 7 to win. 4 makes a ton of sense on the poly track, according to Charles. 10 to 1 right now.
Hey, Hombre, I think a show bet here. I think the show bet. That 3 I think is a good show bet here.
I love the 3.
Yeah, looking at the difference between the win and show odds.
I really like the 3 here. You know, I had the 3 in my numbers, and I just think that that's a good show bet here.
3 was my top choice.
Good drop.
And to get 4 to 1 here. Brad
Sounds
Brothers
like the
4.
one.
I'm going with the 3. I think that's what we're doing. $38 to show on the 3. and we're going to
There you
keep on punching. Next race
Keep on
here.
keeping on.
But I will say the Lions game is coming up. If you're watching at home, Prime TV, put that on a different channel. They'll keep watching this because we're gonna make money here. Let's see, 3 horse for $38 a show. And man, we're all over the place, folks. Love the 3 from Todd. Todd's doing whippets in the parking lot somewhere. Let us know the drug of choice tonight, Todd. Jerry's going 1-3 over the 7. Brad's committed to this 4, which let's look at that show pool again. I'm not going to change. I'm in. Colin's checking in. Everybody loves to see Colin.
Yeah.
I like how Dennis dropped in for 1 minute, spouted his betting for the Lions, which made me feel terrible about things.
Right. Spelled hello wrong.
And spelled it wrong. Kid can't do anything right. And then just scrammed.
Yep.
Malathot, I think the angle with the 1 is that, broke the maiden, tried first start against winners against tougher, and now is dropping back into a level that makes sense and didn't completely embarrass himself, even at 30-1 after bumping at the break, despite wire to wire in that maiden win.
I'm going to be very interested in see how this 2 runs.
So we are all in, folks, on the 3 to show. And I'm looking at the show pools now. Let's take a look. I think he's kind of in the middle of the pack, right? This is not updating, though, for me. There it is. 3 is... The 1 has the majority of the money.
By a wide margin.
Yeah, by double. More than double.
The 3 is actually third. So you got 1, 7, 3, 8, which kind of surprises me a little.
Uncle Sully, did you get me in on these Sam Laporta bets? Because we have like 3 minutes until kickoff, I think. Or at least I hope you're going to make a bunch of money off that, because that is the easiest money on the board tonight in any realm. Sam Laporta over on receptions and receiving yards. Chris D'Souza going $49 on number 7 to show. They're loading them up, folks. This is going to be my last race, ladies and gents.
Yep, there they go.
You need us to make a show wager for you next race?
I'll stick around to make sure this one happens. I feel like we're going to claim this one. 3 off to a big lead.
I feel good.
Not sure if that's good or not.
So early speed so far has been hanging on for at least a piece.
Yeah, 3's normally up on it. He's sitting about where he should be. Let's see. You got the 1 with the 3, 4, and who's on the outside of the 4 there? I can't tell. The 8? Yeah,
8.
The 8.
It's the 8. That 3 is looking good, buddy.
You had the 3 on top, man. I really like the 3.
He's looking really good
at a 4-1 price, babe.
Exactly.
Looking great for the show.
I think he's going to win.
Yeah, I think you got.
Forget show. I think he's winning. He's pulling away. 8's going to make a run.
8's grabbing the rail. Now 3's looking.
This looks pretty safe here.
Yeah. 3. Who's going to get second here? It's going to be the 8, maybe the 2. 2's coming hard.
Get this 2 up. Get this
6
2
is
up.
way late with a big bend.
No.
3826. Forget show, man. That was a win bet. But no, that was a good show bet. That was the one that made the most sense.
Yeah, definitely.
I have no idea what that's going to pay out, but I do know.
Well, the 1 is way out of the money and had the vast majority of the show pool, so that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, good.
That'll be.
So that 36 is going to be turned into, I don't know, 50.
Yeah, agree, Keith. Yeah. Yeah, that will turn in nice. Yeah. Oh, my two just missed the place pool.
I wish I could share the Lions game here in Green Bay as the Green Bay Packers and the cheesehead scumbag degenerate losers up in the freaking ice. What are you doing? Ice capades in
Frozen tundra.
September.
Lambeau
Ice
Field.
skating all over the place. The losers, if you're watching it. And by the way, if you don't know anything about Jordan Love, let me make a quick proclamation. The third-year starting quarterback, first-year starter behind Aaron Rodgers. You'd like to respect him, right? So I'm an NFC North guy. Grew up in Detroit. Been watching these teams my whole life. Green Bay, the Bears, the Vikings, and the Lions. So Aaron Rodgers beat the shit out of the Bears for like 8 years in a row. I think 16 straight games that Green Bay beat the Bears.
Yeah.
So it became a thing like I'm the Bears' daddy. Aaron Rodgers became the Bears' daddy.
Yeah.
I own the Bears. That's what, like he said it in press conferences, this and that. So Jordan Love, this guy who's never played a game in the NFL, sends out a tweet this year at the beginning of the year saying, "Happy Father's Day to the Bears fans." Like as an insult, like. But the problem was Aaron Rodgers wasn't on his team anymore.
Right. Right.
So he's saying it in like a way like that he owned the Bears somehow, and he's never played a game. Like what a loser!
Mm-hmm.
If you wanted to hate somebody immediately, he's a good guy to hate. That's all I'm saying. So, did they give us the payouts yet? Because I'm going to check out as soon as I get the payouts, and then we have Let's we're going to run that show pool back for one more at race 9.
Yep.
But I'll be gone. Jared Goff lining up for the Lions victory. Get into that victory formation early. They're kicking off, folks.
Yeah, I think I'm also going to head out. I need
It's
a lot
almost
more.
past your bedtime.
Yeah.
Jessica she can't hang because she's got too much invested in her fantasy football team. Let's be honest.
She does.
I've got to work out. I haven't done my walking today, and I don't want to have to stay up late.
Gotta get her steps in. I get it.
Hey, real quick before you check out. So, did you decide to wait on Keeneland? You're going to go later in the meet?
Later in the meet, yes.
Yeah, just let me know, brother.
Yeah, man, I will. I'll definitely let you know because I'm thinking, what's the date range there? I know it starts next week and then goes through
like the last Sunday. I'll look at it real quick.
I'm in though. I'd love to come up and see some of you guys. I've gone to Keeneland the last like 4 years in a row, so I'd love to make that happen. Dan, baby, KK was my bet in the last race too, because interception early.
Through the 28th, through Saturday the 28th. So you got 4 weekends.
Yes,
next
weekend.
And
I'm making it happen. Probably the 3rd or 4th weekend, to be honest with you, Tim.
No worries. So let me know.
I'm only going to come though if I know that a couple of you guys are coming. I know we had talked to. Well, Sean, you're not doing it, right?
No, can't.
I know Carson was considering it, and I know there was several.
Carson will be there. Carson, she's right there. She'll be there every weekend.
There you go. All right,
Keith,
Jessica,
you coming to Lexington? We'll find out. We'll talk about it later.
Yeah, drop it in the chat. I'm going to be in the chat. Don't worry. $61 now to press on that last race, by the way. So that show pool paid out well there. $370. Or I'm sorry, $320.
Yeah.
So I got $61 all in on the show.
$370.
Is that what it was? Yeah.
Yeah. No, $320 on the 3.
I'm sorry. You're right. I was looking at the wrong one. So $320, you're right. But
so I got $61 going all in the last race show pool. Let's do it. Thanks everybody for joining.
Yeah.
You guys hang on. I'll be in the chat. I'll talk shit. Green Bay's got the ball already, golfed through an interception, so it could get
Lions.
tragic. Go Lions. Peace out.
Lions.
Good luck.
Have a good night.
Hello, buddy.
Yeah, I'm also going to hop out here. I only looked at like a handful of races, and man, Woodbine kicks my butt, so I'm going to go work out instead.
There you go.
Good luck tonight, everybody. Good night. Great talking with y'all, and I'll see you
Jesse.
later.
Great to see you, Jess.
Bye.
Okay, my friend. This race to me was by far the easiest race of the 9 races.
Ooh, I'm interested to hear what you got to say.
Okay. If you look at this 2, Taylor Moon, okay? Renee, she's got maybe like 10, 11 horses in her barn, okay? She time skip ran 3rd for a dead heat a couple of races ago, okay? You look at this horse here, Taylor Moon, okay? She ran 5th, 6th, 7th, 5th, 3rd. That definitely does not jump off the page by any imagination. However, she ran against United Front, who won that race going away. Admissible, Super Sicily, and Jokes Up, who all have won since. Super Sandy, Caracara, who just won a week ago by about 9 lengths and a half, and Sweet Nola, who would be 1-9 in this group. The horses this horse was running against, every one of them would be 1-9 in this group, right? And I think Renee knows it's getting kind of towards the end of the meet. She needs to get some wins here. She's 0 for 11. I think she's got Keve, who is fantastic at getting them out. I think this horse will be very tough here.
Interesting. I do like the 2. I had the 2 in second place. I had the 2 as my second pick. So I totally agree with everything that you said. Looking at the 1, I think the 1 is going to pull a lot of money. But the thing to me is, and this is one of the things that this 1 has gotten to what I like to call that point to where you're just going to have to beat me and take my money. It's a 20 race maiden. So this is a maiden race, and the horse has had 20 opportunities. That's above about once you get beyond about that 12 race point, I'm like, you're gonna have to beat me and take my money. So I do like the 2. And here's the thing to where it's like all rules can be bent, but because I'm going to go with not the 20 race maiden, but I'm going to go with the 18 race maiden. The horse I picked, and I went 8, 2, and 1, but the horse that I picked on top was the 8. I think that this 8 has been this kind of similar to what you were talking about with the 2. I think the Ace has been racing against better. I think the Ace has had some good races, and it had some difficulty in a couple of races, finished 4th and was disqualified and placed lower in another race to where the horse had a decent chance. And when you look at the speed figures of the 8 compared to the rest of the ones in here on the poly, which is what we're racing on tonight, I was 8, 2, and 1 here, but I can definitely see the 2. I could flop my first 2, Sean, and put the 2 over the 8 as well. I really did like the 8 as well, but when I was looking at everything and looking at all the stats, even though the 8 kind of breaks one of my rules, I ended up with the 8 over the 2.
Want to just do for our last bet of the night? We'll just do a $2 exacta box 128.
Let's do it.
Okay.
I'm good. What's everybody else think? What do you guys think? Anybody
Yeah,
like anybody other than the
out there?
128?
What do you like in this race?
Somebody's got like something other than 128.
Huh? Christopher's betting Churchill. Blair likes 10, 11, 14 at Churchill.
You know, I love Churchill, and I normally handicap it and play the Churchill days. But after last week, even though we got lucky by having Churchill because of what happened at Woodbine,
Yeah.
It just wasn't sustainable to try to race both. So
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I handicapped last night only the Woodbine races. Plus, I wanted to get in stable duel, even though I'm doing crappy tonight. I wanted to get in stable duel, which I didn't get to do last week. So I went ahead and handicapped all the races last night so I could put together my stable duel stable.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, today's been a day for me where like every horse of mine is coming third, fourth, or fifth. They just or second. They're just not. They're just exactly. They're around, but not exactly.
But one thing for me is that I'm on fall break next week, so I'm out of school. So I'm looking to find some horses and bet some horses and see what's going on. And
yeah,
I am totally excited about next weekend. I'm
excited for you, Keeneland. Unbelievable.
Keeneland's my home track. I grew up in Lexington. If you haven't heard my story before, I grew up there. This is a horse where I cut my teeth. I learned to handicap. I hung out with some of the older guys on the track that taught me what to do and what to look at. And, you know, the funny thing for those that don't follow, haven't followed racing for a long time or not real familiar with Keeneland is Keeneland was one of the last big tracks in the United States to adopt a race collar. And for so many years, Keeneland races were silent.
Had no collar. Yeah.
There was no collar. So it was an interesting experience. And you kind of had to watch the races. And I really liked it. So.
Yeah.
But that's where I cut my teeth. I love Keeneland. I do pretty well there. I'm excited about next Saturday because for those of you who are stable duel players, if you played last year and you made the top 100, you know that we've been waiting for 9 months for them to finally have the championship to where they have a contest that's only for people that were on that top 100 leaderboard.
Yeah.
And that's going to be next Saturday. And I'm super excited about it.
Yeah.
I love Keeneland anyway, but you guys know I'm a huge stable duel player. I love stable duel. I think it's a great game. And I love the combination of the two. I look forward to being out there. I know Bree's going to be there next Saturday, and I told her we will definitely. I'm going to buy her a drink and bet some races.
All right, it's fantastic. I was with her this weekend, and she's truly one of the best people you will ever meet. So much fun.
I love that she showed some pictures of like all of the guys on ponies that were, handling all the horses. They were all wearing stable duel jackets, a good number of them.
And awesome. Yeah.
I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah,
Keith, you're right. Bree is definitely good people.
She is. Yep. No doubt, Keith. No doubt. Yeah. Keith got to meet her this weekend. He got to hang out with Keith this weekend. It was a lot of fun. A lot of fun in Parks.
Mal, I thought you got to hook me up when you get there. So, I mean, look me up anyway. So shoot me a message. Let me know where you're at on track. Let me buy you a beer over at I only go to the craft beer stand. That's the best stand, buy local, support local. And
yeah, I love it. Love it. So what do we think for our show? Should we use the 2 or should we use the 1? What do you think? Or the 8?
I say let's take a look when they come out and let's watch the show pool a little bit. And one thing so far, Sean, is we've kind of bet the show pool a little bit early. Let's watch it up to close to post time and make sure that we're making the right bet. And I think we have made a couple of really smart bets over the last couple.
I think so too. Yeah. And let me just quickly bring up the screen back here just so we can kind of look at them and see how we're doing here. Let me bring it back up here. See how our horses are looking here in the last race.
Where's Colin? Do we have a sleepy pick?
Yeah, Colin. If you're out there still, is there a sleepy pick in the audience? And thank you everyone again for joining in tonight.
If you haven't hit that like button, make sure you do. It means a lot for the channel. It supports the channel, and we need to make sure that we're supporting Trusted Profits because they put out a ton of great content, and we need to support them.
Yep, exactly. Surprise. Yep. Laporta almost halfway to the over already. Look at that.
So Brad Brothers is saying 9 for the show play. Take a shot.
Well, he scratched Brad. So
yes.
So that he would have been an interesting play.
Yes,
5 to 2 on this too is amazing.
So the 5's out and the 9's out. But yeah, I'm with you, Sean. I didn't think that. I thought the 4-1 morning line, I thought we might get better than that.
Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Now, Alex, next week I'm going to see my niece play soccer, and I'm very excited for those who maybe didn't see it on Twitter. My niece, who was in 8th grade, that there was 4 minutes to. She made varsity soccer in 8th grade, and there was 4 minutes to go, and the coach came down to her and said, "Maeve, we need a goal," and she went right in and scored the winning goal.
Awesome.
As an 8th grader, so that was pretty darn good. So,
Hey, Sean, look at these odds for a second. You've got the 1 and the 2 both at 5-2. After that, you've got the 12 at 7-1, and everybody else is pretty well. I'm sorry, the 7 is 9-2, and then 7-1, and everybody else is double figures.
Yeah.
So I think we can find a horse if we can get outside the 1 and 2. I think we can find a horse if we pick the right one to where we can get a really good show parlay here.
How about your 8?
I mean, that's it for me. I mean, that's the one that I would definitely play, but I want to make sure that, you know, that's what others agree upon, or you agree upon. Or
yeah, let us know in the chat. Put in a number.
Hombre's still in the chat. We can get his input as well.
Yeah, Hombre, what's your number here?
What he wants to bet. I mean, the 1 and 2 are the big favorites, but I think there's some show pool possibilities here that could potentially pay.
Sure. And Brad puts with the 9, no way to lose. That's very true.
So right now the money on the show pool is a little low, but the horses are just coming out to the track right now. So let's take a look and watch this show pool and see what happens.
Yes. Chris D'Souza. Let me see what a couple of people have here, my friend. Chris D'Souza. 30, 11 in place and show on the 11.
So Uncle Sully's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. I mean, I think we've kind of determined that, Sully, that you're right. I think it's 1 and 2 out front. But Sean, if you look at the on-screen race 9 selections for all of the Woodbine track experts, there's a lot of 8 in there.
Yeah, I know. And, that's what I'm saying.
Even some 8. The daily racing form has the 8 on top.
Yeah.
But Doug McPherson,
who is a great show bet.
Doug McPherson, somebody I respect as a handicapper, and I mean, he's got the 8 second. Brisnett's got the 8 third. And while the morning line is 1 to 11, this 8 is 7-1. And right now in the show pool, believe it or not, Sean, the 8 is the favorite in the show pool.
Yep. Yeah.
And I do believe it, because what do people do when they bet show bets? Most people are like picking the horse that they think is like high odds and going to come in. And this is why people, and this is something we've talked about a little bit tonight. You got to watch the pools and be careful, because we've actually hit a couple of these bets tonight that have been to where they were favorable to horses who are lower odds.
Yeah. I cannot believe that this 2 is 3-1 right now.
No, me either.
I think sometimes, and I will say this, I'm actually good friends with Kevin Nichols. He's a very talented rider, but a lot of the Americans sometimes don't know him as much as the other ones, and they let some of his horses go off at higher prices than they should, And but 7-2, extreme value. Why are we
ignoring the 3?
Let me see. Okay.
I honestly had the 3 pretty low.
Okay, because he's never run.
Exactly. But I had the 3 pretty low in here, and he is the only first-time starter. Now they're maidens, and there are a lot of horses in here. There are a couple that only have 1 race, and a lot of them that have a whole lot of races. But when I'm looking at a first-time starter, I do a couple of things. I look at the stats of the sire and the dam with first-time starters, and then I look at works. I don't see any of those 3 things, not one of the 3. Even if one of the 3 jumps off at the page at me, I'm interested. I'm looking. I'm at least looking and watching, but none of the 3 jump off the page at me.
Yeah.
The only good thing the 3 has going is its first time listings. But it's a first time starter, so it's first time everything.
Yeah, right, Zach. Yeah.
Sean, that 2 looks good. Look at it.
He looks fantastic.
Three's a sleepy time pick.
And Larry Moon is the board. Yep. Is it me, or is the 2 kind of becoming like the show pick here or not? You know?
I mean, we'll watch the pool, but I think that's definitely a possibility.
Yeah. Yeah. Ava's record. Coming through there. Here's your 8, Hard Rock Warrior, looking good.
On his toes, Omar up. I like it,
Yeah.
Sean.
Omar just did the last thing with the 2. It's a birdie came flying, you know.
Yep.
Here's the other bino.
I think Omar's an underrated jockey up there at Woodbine.
Yep. Al yep.
Hombre said he's got the 2 as the 3rd choice.
Wicked strong, baby. And here's the Uncle Sully horse, Castleton. Brandon Boulanger, the son of Gary Boulanger.
So morning line, the 11 was the 3rd favorite, and the 11 looks pretty good. The 12, to me, one thing I don't like, Sean, is the weather's pretty favorable. It's kind of cool, and look at that wash.
Yep. Not liking that at all.
They're firing that 3 up, though.
Yeah, they are. Yep. The cameraman has a bet on the 3. He said, did Tim just make me the sleepy pick? I'm going to show him. Exactly.
All right. I'm going to give one more quick look through the PPs. Anything jumps out of me I missed? Yeah.
It's already crashing Jordan Love.
Jordan Love is worse than
No love for Jordan. I had a first tonight, Tim. I came in second at Horseshoe. I tied with the exact same score.
That Sean, I struggle so much at Horseshoe. It's like I can't figure that track out. You know, I look at this 8, and I look at works, and he's got to work on the 23rd of September, which nothing jumps off the page. It's just a 3 furlong, and I always say 3 furlong works means 0, because everybody can run 3 furlongs. But it's like before that, it's like bullet, but they're in May. That means nothing. And it concerns me that the horse doesn't have an official work between May and September.
Yeah.
But I
like is still leading the show pool. Wow.
And that's why I say I like Omar, and I think that this horse can definitely get a piece, but I think so does everybody else. And that's why in the show pool, I'm not so sure it's a good bet. Here's the thing. The 1 and the 2, I think are better bets as far as potential win candidates. And both of those horses have less money in the show pool.
Yep.
The 1's the favorite, and the 2 and the 8 both have more money in the show pool, as does the 7 and the 10 and the 12. More money than the favorite. So there you go. Yeah. The show bet, hombre, is the 1. The show bet is your favorite. Bet the 1 to show.
Bet the 1. Okay, so we're gonna go officially.
$61.
We're gonna go with
the 1 to show. Bet the 1 to show.
There we go. Yep.
You got it, buddy.
Yep. Hold on. I'm going to bring it back just in 1 second here. Sorry. 1 second. I'm going to bring that screen right back for us. I just want to make sure it runs smoothly so we don't have any distractions here. 1 second. Thank you again to everybody for joining us tonight.
Don't forget to like and follow Trusted Profits.
Yes, absolutely.
Man, it just blows my mind, Sean. I mean, seriously, even now the 1 is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th favorite. 6th favorite in the show pool, and is the favorite in the win pool.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
That's the bet.
Yeah.
And how much money we got left?
Wait, I don't know what our bankroll is.
Yeah,
28,
that's what I
is
was
it?
thinking. What's a bankroll?
I think we're at 16. I think 16.
So whatever it is, I mean, you call the bet, Sean, but I mean, I like the 1-2 exacta, but I mean that one show bet, it's almost like and Sean, it's KK.
Yeah,
KK's having a good night. He's hitting the board on almost everything, and it's just like, and his show money is like, so it's just like whatever you think is best.
yeah. I did a $2 exacta box for us 128, and if the 8 comes and beats us both, then we make more money.
I like it.
What are we looking at? There's a cool story in the NFL, but take a look at this. We don't know what we're looking at. But it's a cool story, though.
Cool story, bro.
They're going towards the gate. Jared Goff on fire tonight so far. This girl Renee here, right? She only has like 10, 11 horses. She was the favorite when the lights went out last week, and she would have been the favorite in the last race too. You know, I'm hoping that this race can she can get some good stuff here. She's a good lady. Malathon has a straight try with a 3 on top because I love betting first timers because the rest are all proven losers. Okay. If he hits, hey, good luck to everybody. Thank you for everybody for joining tonight.
I'm waiting for late money in the show pool, and I keep refreshing and watching it. And right now, it's like, okay, all of a sudden, guess who's leading in the show pool?
Yeah,
the one.
Yeah.
So a ton of late money just came in on the one, but still, it's 1,000 of 6,000.
Yeah.
So I still think we have the potential to double up our money at a $4 show bet on a $2 bet. So double up 120 for 60.
Yeah. All right. They're going in here.
Yeah. Lots of late show money coming in on the one.
Wow. The 2 just went down to 2-1. Someone just hammered the 2.
And the 1-2 are pretty close in the win pool. And
I think Keve is going to go for the lead. Let's see here. There goes the 1. There's a 10. Fraulein Victoria, the other Bino brother, trying to become another long shot specialist.
So the 1 and 2 are right behind the long shot, who we know is going to fade.
Yep.
And the thing is, the 10 gave up the inside, and the 2 is going to come right up the inside for an easy lead on the inside. Why do you give up the inside?
Who's that? The 10?
The 10 gave up the inside.
Yeah,
to
he
the
just
2
isn't fast enough.
instead of forcing him around.
Yeah, exactly. Keve on the lead.
And the 1 has got a good position on the rail in second. That 11, who we both agreed was like the morning line third best horse. But here comes that 8, Sean.
Yeah, here comes the 8.
Here comes my 8. And I think it's going to be all 1, 2, 8, and we got all of that.
Come on, Keve. Come on, Keve. Come on, 8. Come on, 8. Stay second, 8. Stay second,
1.
8.
Stay 1.
Second, 8.
Stay 1. Don't lose third.
Stay 1. Stay 1. Come on, 1.
Stay 1.
No. No.
Oh.
I think we just missed it.
we got the exacta, but
Oh, we got the exacta. No, but on the show pool. Yeah.
I just missed that try too because
yeah. I know. Yeah.
I don't think the one hung on.
No. This, as I said to you, Tim, to me, that too was definitely just to play the horse that this horse is run against.
Yes.
They're all world beaters up there. Elaine's happy on the 2. Great job. Yep. Anyone who's looked at Amon-Ra St. Brown's Revenge Tour, how he's proving the NFL GM's wrong. Ari has a touchdown. Great piece by Ombre. Go check that out. Oh, Tim, I think you just missed out on that try.
I think so. And Ombre's a show bet.
Yeah.
But yeah. I've still got the exacta, and not just the exacta. I've got it 5 times.
That's fantastic.
But I would have also had the try 2.5 times. I got a $5 trifecta.
Yeah.
1-2 with 8 with 1-2.
Kevin just absolutely just his horse just outclassed this group. And what I tell you, Tim, sometimes they don't give Kevin the respect,
Yes.
He gets on that lead. He's awful tough to beat.
No, he is. No, it was a good call. You're 2 in my 8, Sean.
Yep.
12-7-1.
$24 exacta. Not bad.
I'll take it.
Yeah. Yep. And you got it 5 times. So that's even better.
Exactly.
That was 2 good rides right in a row for Omar Marino. Both of the closing variety. Charles, thank you as always, my friend. Keith, always awesome. Alex, I wish I could be back next week, but my niece takes preference. Have to go see her. Someone's what do you call it? Sully's, yes, Sully's. Oh, here we go. Sorry about the try, Tim. I'll buy you a beer at Keeneland. So at least you won something, Tim.
I'm great. Sully.
Exactly. Sully, did you bet Taylor? That's his niece or something. Did you bet Sully? Did you bet Taylor? Bobby D, thanks as always, my man. You are the man. Always love to have you.
Alex, let me know whatever day you're going to be there. I will be there every weekend for sure. And
yeah, definitely hook up with Tim. Exactly. Thank you, Christopher, as always, bud. Great to see you in here, my friend. Always. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Taylor to win. Awesome. There you go. The family. Keve. By the way, Keve's, I think, won like the last race like 3 times in the last week. So
I think you're right.
He's always got the Michigan blue on. Oh, geez.
He does. The Michigan colors right there with the M.
Bobby, right now for Tuesdays, they're going to be a little bit dark. They're going to be a little bit dark for right now. But stay tuned. We'll see what's going on with Tuesdays. Tuesdays a little bit tough right now, but hopefully we'll maybe get something going again there. That was a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
But this should pay $25, my friend.
Exact 75,000 in the pool. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I think it was somewhere around 25-30 for $8 for $2.
Yeah.
And I will have that 5 times.
Right. The problem with Alex was showing a lot of the other doing the things that we don't have their simulcast thing, But also on Tuesdays we're also recording everything. So the high five pool is almost 15,000. Wow. Yeah. Yeah.
So I need to jump about 8 places in stable to hit the money. I don't think I'm going to make it.
Yeah, I think I'm right with you. I need about 18 spots to have a chance.
And don't tell Ombre he's in last place.
Yeah. I almost broke the 300 barrier. just short.
Hey, great night, everybody.
Yeah, so much fun. Tim, you're almost there, buddy. Opening day at Keeneland, just around the corner.
1 week. Let's go.
So excited for you.
Check out my Twitter next Friday. I will be posting pictures of me at Keeneland.
I love it. Nothing better. Nothing better. So,
If
everybody.
If you need any on-track insight, if you got any questions, hit me up on Twitter. Be like, how does this one look? How does that one look? I'll let you know.
Malathot, thank you. Tony, thank you as always, my friend, for joining in. Until next week, we'll see you soon. And Tim, get ready for Keeneland. Alex, get ready for Aqueduct. And let's make it all winning here. So, oh yeah, is this when next weekend's the tournament for you, right? For the top 100?
But next Saturday.
Right. Okay. Right.
And you know what they say before they can head out for Keeneland. Riders up.
That's right. Yep. And this is all for them. The great thing about this weekend's tournament, next weekend's tournament, right, is they all have the right, to try to win this year so that they can lose to me next year.
There you go.
Good
night, everybody.
There you go. See you, buddy.